minute ago.
Hey, everybody, and welcome. Tonight, we're going to be talking about CERN. I'm here with Risey, Ant, and Hargrave. How are you guys doing? Hey, Eric. Hey, Chat. Hey, Nikki. Cornbread.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
How are you, Ant? How are you feeling? Hi, Susan.
I'm feeling pretty fucked up.
You must be. It's a weekday.
Hey, son of a bitch. What's going on here?
You guys should have laughed at what I said, but you didn't.
Well, how are you feeling, Hargrave?
Oh, getting by, I guess. Might have to mute off and on to go run to the toilet. Other than that, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to shit yourself, you know?
No.
How about you, Risey? How you doing?
I continue to breathe.
Hell yeah. He's not DED like Testify.
Wait, hold on. Risey, say that again.
Oh, here we go.
No, this is fucking funny. Hold on.
Yeah, this is fucking funny for Ant and Ant alone.
Yeah, we were having a nice father-son moment. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, it is. It is a father-son moment.
Oh, now you're my dad again. Shit, man. It's hard to keep up with you.
Oh, fuck.
Nikki says she's sorry you're still ill, Hargrave.
Huh? Me too.
Bottom line, Risey will always be my kid.
Hey, Daniel. No matter what, huh, Ant?
Not no matter what, but fucking pretty much. You know, not no matter what, but like pretty goddamn close to it.
I'm enjoying all these videos of libs of TikTok where the parents are beating these kids now for the pronouns. That is some funny shit, man.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, you haven't been seeing those? Those videos where there's like some new trend now where the kids try to go to their parents and demand they say like they, them or whatever, and the parents start smacking them with a shoe or push them out of the room or chase them down a hallway. There's one where there's one where this girl is crying because the dad got her in a headlock and said, "I never want to hear this shit from you again."
Yeah, base dad.
I believe in that. I believe in that.
And she's on the ground crying by her bed going, "I just wanted him to respect my pronouns, but he won't do it."
Share that, and then we'll get into CERN. We need a laugh before the shit we're going to be getting into.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't fucking heard about that. I've got a mate that usually sends me all shit like that. I guess he's just... Oh, you know what? He's been domesticated. He's got a girlfriend. He lives in fucking California with her now. Fucking made him move to California with him, man. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I'm thinking this usually only happens with retards in California.
She does look retarded. Look at her.
What?
How fucking old is she?
The ground by my grandpa.
Yeah. That's a retard. Look at her face. Look at her fucking face.
It's like mid salad.
Oh god.
Yeah, she's a retard. Look at her face.
Could just be a low
Don't even look at her fucking face. Look at her fucking tattoos. You'll know she's a fucking retard.
These stupid idiots, man.
Wow.
I'm just saying. That bitch had it coming. Well, I mean, coming.
I got a funny one. I got Patrick T screaming at some kids at a lake. There we go.
What
Let's
the
see
fuck?
Yeah.
I accidentally timed Patrick T out. I'm sorry, Patrick.
Here's Patrick T.
Yo, don't touch my rod. Don't fucking touch my rod.
Oh, I saw this guy. He broke that $200 fishing rod.
Yeah, I did that video about it.
Oh, all right. That's where I saw it.
We're going to talk to him.
Yes, Patrick T.
You threatened him. You threatened
This
him.
is my trailer.
You threatened
This is
him.
my land.
You want that phone to go in the lake?
Back away from
Walk
him.
out of here, boys.
Back
Walk
away
out
from
of
him.
here.
Hail, Billy.
Back
Don't
up.
test me.
Back
Walk
up from
out of
me.
here.
Back
Yeah,
up from me.
I gave Ethan a $200 super chat and wrapped her some headphones. Fuck off.
And put it in the lake.
Yeah, then I'll press charges.
For what?
Son of a bitch.
This proves.
Get out of here.
We're just going to wait.'re not going to mess with
Get
anything.
out of here.
We're-
You're fishing in a private lake. Get the hell out of here now.
The cops are coming. We're just waiting for them.
This proves that fucking there's hillbillies
And you're going to
in
pay
the
all
UK.
kinds of money because you're being a dick.
I'm not being a dick.
You are.
Sir, you're the one yelling.
You're on private property,
Sir.
young man.
I'm just
Get
trying to
out of
fish.
here.
You threatened us and you walked up.
Get out of here. You're on private property. Get out of here.
We just said we wanted to wait.
You touched me
Get
earlier.
out of here.
You touched me
Get out of
earlier.
here.
You touched me earlier.
I wish Sean Connery was around to help him out.
Why's Patrick T so mad at these kids? I don't understand.
Oh, they were going to be fishing near where he hides his dead hooker, so we couldn't have that. Okay, we're going to start out with the statue outside of CERN. I don't know if any of you guys know about it. It's Shiva. Shiva's a god from India, and it's got two significations. It's a destroyer and a creator. So it creates the universe and it destroys it. And on a subatomic level, these atoms and stuff, they're destroying themselves and creating themselves constantly. It comes together and it falls apart. And so it's kind of weird that they're using this old thing from India to represent the new modern colliders. You know?
What is the dancing Shiva statue doing on CERN grounds? I am going to be explaining some facts about this statue and some abnormal events that happened on CERN grounds, which may not be known to the open world. But before we proceed, I want you to pray for guidance through this video because the spirit of ignorance do not want you to see this. And if you are done, shall we begin? There have been many questions around the world asking why CERN will put the Shiva statue on their grounds. But before we answer that, let's look at the characteristics of the Shiva god. This statue you see right here is called Shiva Nataraja, meaning the Lord of the Dance. Shiva's appearance is mostly seen with 4 arms and flying hair locks, with the form of a dwarf structure. The entity is sometimes described as the symbol of human ignorance or forgetfulness, or the term headlessness. And you may have noticed the dancing posture of the entity. According to Wikipedia, this dance is called trembling of the snake. How terrifying is that? According to South India, the gestures of the dance represents Shiva's 5 activities. The drum symbolizes creation. The pose of the hand symbolizes protection. The fire ring symbolizes destruction. The entity is described as the master of both poison and medicine, because he has the power over snakes, and he is also described as the Lord of Cattle. Shiva is also known as the merciless slaughterer of the beast that are human souls under his care. The entity is also seen with a cobra snake around his neck. So, what do you think about this? Now, I don't discriminate other religions, including Hinduism, but I was shocked to the core when they were asked about Christianity. This was their reply. This was uploaded to Google by Z News on February 23, 2016. It reads, Christianity was never a separate religion. but a Hindu cult and doctrine introduced by Christ. They still went down to write. Christ spent the last phase of his life in the Himalayas. After regaining health, Christ established a monastery at the foothills of the Himalayas, probably in Kashmir. He worshipped Lord Shiva there for 3 years and achieved darshan of Shiva. What kind of blasphemy is this? Well, I am not surprised this came out from a news station. The book of Isaiah reads, "Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image, and pray unto a God that cannot save. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God." No matter how they belittle the name of Jesus, just have this at the back of your mind, that God cannot be mocked.
So how do you
That at
feel
the
about
name
it,
of Jesus,
Dan?
every knee should bow, of things in heaven, and things in earth, and things under the earth. Now back to CERN. A video was captured on CERN grounds. It shows some strange
Here's where
activities going on
they're
CERN
saying that
grounds.
these are just people
Observe.
that work here playing around. Just bullshit.
No, they're fucking around with shit they ought not be fucking around with.
Oh, that's the whole object of CERN, is to fuck us over, I think.
No, this is a fucking cult. It's a reptilian kind of fucking cult.
A group of people dressed in an occultic manner walks towards the dancing Shiva statue. Then they unveil what
Oh, it's
seems
a
to be a
sacrifice,
lady.
Mickey.
Oh, hold on. Hey,
And immediately she lies
pause?
down. One of them brings out a knife.
If I
Just
pause, we gotta
repeat
probably
it.
start over. So I
Can
got
you
this
pause it?
video.
I gotta figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do this.
Causing the person with the camera to
I'm
flee in terror.
gonna fuck your world up. I'm gonna fuck you guys
Now,
up.
is this
with
some
it.
kind of prank? Or is CERN doing something very serious here?
I
Gather
can't.
around
I
the
can't.
comments section.
It's almost over, man. Hold on to your
And
I'm
please,
gonna
if you like this
I'm
video,
gonna X
don't
out.
forget
I'm
to
gonna
like.
X out. I'm gonna X out.
All right, that's it. Now give us your opinion before you cry like the girl.
I'm not crying like a fucking girl. I'm gonna
Why are you
give
doing
you.
it? I'm gonna X out.
God, I couldn't hear any of that. All I heard is
Because
Man, just tell us what you
because
think now, you little cry bitch.
hold
I
on. What?
couldn't just say something. I couldn't hear
What?
any of that, man.
You just got them screaming and showing your ass that you wanted to say something. Now say it.
Yeah, God.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna fucking show you how the Catholics are fucking wrong. The fucking mainly the Catholics. I don't give a fuck about the Muslims because the Muslims are
It didn't have nothing to do
wrong.
with the Muslims. That guy's from India. It's an India god. What part of that? You weren't listening, Rob.
The Muslims are fucking. The Muslims are
It wasn't
fucking
had nothing to
wrong.
do with the Muzzies,
We're
all right?
talking about the Muslims.
Fuck.
This is gonna be.
You can blame
Not,
the little hat, too.
it's not supposed to be funny, but I'm gonna tell you.
What are you going to tell us?
I fucking love that part.
Hey, Captain. Hey, Mango. Hey,
Yeah, that's
Chizulu.
all I heard. I was trying to watch that.
Hey,
All I
Eric.
heard is
Yeah, him screaming, stop it so I can say something. Will we stop?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. That's how I fucking sound to you guys.
Hey,
That's how
Jack.
I sound.
Dude, when I start playing this 13-year-old kid talking about how they killed us all, are you going to be able to hold together or are you going to lose your mind again?
no, just mute him. We can't hear it.
He unmuted himself while it was playing. If you
Well,
didn't
just
notice.
mute him and answer. If we can't hear what they're saying, we can't talk about it.
But he screamed he had something to say, and now he's just going,
Yeah, I know. All I told you. That's all I heard was.
All right. I
You okay
fucking
now?
got rid of the fuck. I got rid of the fucking shitty ass fucking Chinese headphones. Can you hear me now? Can you
Do I
hear
have
me
to
now?
play that over, Hargrave, or what?
I don't know if we're gonna be able to play anything because whenever we start playing something, he just starts making those growling noises.
I don't fucking do that.
Yeah, that's all we heard.
I don't give a
Johnny.
I do not.
I
don't
Mossy's
make
here too now.
I don't
See,
make
Mossy's got all our
bear
clips.
growling fucking.
I'm over at Johnny's still. I got to drive home.
Motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
I thought you
Yeah,
left an
no.
hour ago for home.
We're chilling.
I'm leaving right now.
Yeah, all right.
Who the hell is in the middle?
We were just
You
in
need
here
a
watching truck
fucking
pulls.
Yeah, cool.
God damn, you need a fucking
Good shit, bro. Gotta get in with.
What a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be leaving. I'm headed there.
Buddy.
Hello, everyone.
whoa.
Fuck Johnny.
Somebody watching The Prices, right?
It's Johnny being a retard. Johnny, I'm going to kick you out of the studio if you don't mute your dumb fucking ass.
I'm drunk. Oh, he was always fucking dingoes
I told this motherfucker.
from the start.
Boy, this is quite the happy hour we got going here.
This is worse. You know, I had everything all set up with Mossy. He had all the clips already, and now they're drunk as fuck.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not drunk. I wish I was.
Fuck.
Well, I'll be the designated driver for today's show.
Right, Risey was always a dingle fucker.
What the fuck?
Oh God, here we go.
Shit, bitch. Check yourself, boy.
Well, yes. Come up with something fucking better, motherfuckers.
We're not trying to do a fucking joke stream, bro.
It's okay, man. The rails are hit. I ain't gonna flip out. Let's just fucking go with the flow.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Oh my god. Fucking kill me, bro.
Hey, welcome to the show,
That's
Mossy.
that's fucking funny as fuck.
Hey, I'm driving, but I'm on my way.
It's all good, man. I got Ant here drunk as fuck, so it's already.
Yeah, it's already fucking
I got distracted.
fucking retarded. It's already retarded.
What?
It's retarded like your fucking
Mango
door
says,
being
have you
open.
seen that Yanzi's sister is transgender?
So what's going on?
This is fucked up.
What the hell?
Hold on, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Hold
they
on.
have no fucking training. When you hear shots like that, you should be hitting the dirt. Don't be standing up. Those are the people who get hit.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, what's going on? Is that fireworks?
Let's look. Bam.
Yeah. Let me put up my front door and run towards it.
You catch dirt. You get on the ground, man.
I don't understand why the volume is so fucking low on this fucking bullshit.
We can hear you just fine.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No,
You can't hear
I think
us.
what he means, he can't hear us properly.
Oh.
Maybe that's why he was screaming.
No, I gotta do something else because it's so fucking retarded.
No, Nikki. Most people
For some
are sheep.
fucking reason. I don't even know why. I don't even fucking know why.
You don't know why what?
I don't know why fucking I can't hear you, motherfucker. I can barely hear you.
You just answered my question though, so you must be able to hear somewhat.
Well, go, dude.
Your audio something messed up?
Something's fucked up. Something's
Shane
fucked
always
up.
talked that he wants to bang Yanzi's sister, and now he found out that she's a tranny. I didn't know that at all.
Oh shit, that's fucking great. Who said that?
I never said that. I
Mango,
never
he's making
said
a lot
I
of
would
views.
bang Yanzi's
No,
sister.
we're talking about
I said I
Shane
wanted to
Davis.
bang Yanzi.
This might be a shock to you, man, but the world doesn't center around you, baby.
Life's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not Darth Vader. That's his snake, Nikki, that he has. His male. He's got a female now. He's going to be breeding them.
I can't see the chat right now, but yeah, that's my one snake. Red-tailed boa.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with you? At least he ain't got chickens.
I told you I had fucking chickens, you motherfuckers.
Get the fuck out of here. Because Vaughn's supposed to be a Mormon. What the fuck's that say? Bow. What the fuck is going on around here?
That's what I've been wondering.
You've been fighting with them all, Hargrave. You knew from go something wasn't right.
Yeah, because I'm a sane individual with degrees who's done something in my life. Unlike them.
Degrees of what? Fucking heat or fucking cold,
Degrees of
motherfucker?
insanity, Ant.
Engineering.
He laughs. What the fuck? You're the guy
your
that
engineering.
Together,
your fucking engineering degrees didn't fucking let Boeing fucking
I didn't work for Boeing.
blow up fucking shit all the goddamn time.
I worked for Lockheed. I didn't work for Boeing. If I worked for Boeing, I'd be dead right now. Because I would
fucking talk about goddamn
killed his ass.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put up with any of that shit. I would have been like, we're not using fucking balsa wood. Fuck this.
Yeah, we're gonna use twigs to fucking hold this goddamn plane together.
Fucking Eric goes, is Mango fucking making shit up? No, it was on fucking Primarily Retarded stream 3 hours ago. Want to be testified? Fuck. Welcome back, Johnny, our drunken Ant when Ant isn't around.
I'm fucked up. Not gonna lie. I'm wasted.
Go in the club.
Johnny, turn your shit off or I'm going to kick you out again. I'm tired of fucking telling you.
What's he got
Get
on?
on the phone talking to your horse again, mute it. This motherfucker, he's just like you, man.
No, he wants to breathe a lot, you know. Fucking let him fucking breathe.
No, I still hear your shit behind you, Johnny. Turn your fucking game off, your TV, or just go out and then come back when you're done.
No, I really think he wants sloppy seconds from his wife.
You don't have a wife. He's
Girlfriend, whatever. Oh, he probably doesn't have any stuff.
He drives a limo and gets what he can. How's that?
Limo drivers are they know what the fuck is up.
Yeah, you're gonna probably be hanging out with him. You two are two birds in a fucking feather.
Yeah, it'll be him driving and then out like up in the top with the thing open, screaming at. Hey, stop the car! Stop the car! God damn it!
I'm hanging out the sunroof while she's sucking my dick. while the bachelor's sucking my dick.
Hey, welcome, Amit. How you doing, Amit?
What's up?
We're struggling to get through a show about the CERN collider, but we'll do
the
it.
wrestling show.
Cletus.
Yeah, here comes the wrestling show. So go ahead.
He's
Amit.
got,
I know you got an opening line.
nothing to fit me on wrestling this week. Not fuck, you got nothing. You got nothing this week, baby. Rhea Ripley is back. Mummy's back on top. Fuck you. You got nothing here, Amit.
No, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right?
Ant lost another chicken, Mango. For an update on Ant's chickens, he's down another one, everybody.
Damn. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
No, he wants them dead.
Did you eat it?
Hey, everybody wants to know, why the fuck aren't you eating these chickens, Ant, as they're dying?
Eat them up.
Or do they have a disease you're afraid you'll catch?
Hell yeah.
He slept with them. He gave them VD.
I think he's banging them, so he ain't gonna eat them if he's banging them.
Fucking hell, Amit.
It's like,
I guess there's more than one ways to defeather a chicken.
Rape them.
Once you fall in love, right? Right? How can you kill something you fell in love with, you know?
Well, he's banging them to death, so you can't love them that much.
Well, that's the one. That's the question you need to ask Finity. He's the one with all the chickens.
Oh fuck, he's got chickens too. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, speaking of that Hargrave, you're so mean. Poor Affinity only lasted.
Chickens, but I want to train
He only lasted a few days till he got nuked. So mean, Hargrave.
Well, he was on some show today because Courtney showed me the thing, and I went in there and said hi, and he disappeared.
You guys just got over your fucking strikes, and I literally just got a strike 2 days ago.
Yep.
Really?
I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't delete my stream in fucking time. I woke up and I was like, "You've got a strike for a hate."
Oh, that's why I got to
like,
watch it then, because I forgot to delete it. Because usually I'm halfway through.
Yeah,
it
well, it's good
That
now.
fucker's watching, man. I'm telling you. I know you're watching right now, you little shit. Go ahead and launch your book, you little fuck. I can't wait.
Fuck him. He's got no life. What a pathetic chicken fucker.
Yeah,
Ant wanted bobcats, but got chickens.
Yeah, that's funny. Ant wanted bobcats, but got chickens.
What if you can trade chickens for a bobcat?
It'd take a lot of chickens for one bobcat. It'd probably be like 8 chickens to one bobcat. You know?
Yeah, you can sell both colors.
Oh, that's how many chickens you got left, Ant.
When you pass out?
I don't know. If we did, we can carry on with the show.
He's gone.
I'm not gonna carry on the goddamn show.
Hey,
It's up to
you want to trade your 8
motherfuckers.
chickens for one bobcat?
It's up
Ant.
to you motherfuckers to carry the goddamn show on, not me.
Get me a goddamn bobcat.
Give me a goddamn bob. 8 chickens for one bobcat, Ant. Are you down?
Yeah.
No, I can't even get my goddamn mic to fucking sync with my fucking phone right now. It's fucked up.
Maybe you should have done that before you came in here.
It's fucked up.
Yeah,
There are bobcats out there, Chris. Nikki, because I used to have them living in my garage when I was a kid out there, and he's gone. Okay, so CERN is this very fucked up place where they got these 2 pipes in the ground that are no bigger than your arms, and they shoot like particles through these pipes going in different directions, and they have them collide, and then they collect all the information from them. And I got this 13-year-old kid where he's going to tell us why he thinks that it was a bad idea. And then when Mossy gets home, we're going to get deeper into it.
Yeah, I'm only about maybe 10 minutes from 10, 15 minutes, if that.
Right, so we'll watch this kid for a minute, and then we'll move on.
I'm at Inkster and Grand River in the 8 Mile.
Let me me get this going.
Yeah, there's that one.
Flow of reality and time as we know it. So, technically, there's a universe in which God can exist, right? So, like, as your book suggests, God is everything because of.
You might need to read. Is that from the beginning?
God is within and can be everything. But then again, if there's an infinite number of parallel universes,
this is the last one I sent you.
There is an infinite possibility that there's a parallel universe in which God does not exist or is more powerful. In other words,
I've seen this little kid before, man. He's fucking tripping shit, man.
So then God should not be able to lift it. But if God is truly powerful, then he should be able
he's
to lift
creepy
it,
as fuck.
and therefore he can't create an unliftable stone. So that's a paradox right there. Anyway, but the point about that is that
right,
means that there's power that
you
is
do
greater
know
than
that's
God.
a fucking female,
Consider
right?
there's an infinite number of vibrations and therefore an infinite number of realities
That's a female.
Our dimensional space, or I guess alter-dimensional space, either higher or lower, still in the same confined space. There is an infinite number of parallel realities with an infinite number of parallel dimensions that actually can create a powerful or a less powerful God equals MC squared as we know it. Unfortunately, though, this is a paradox, quite how we encounter one with Aleph Null. In other words, imagine a line, right?
Here we go
And
now.
then
This is going to get deep.
From that line, you put a smaller line that is a fraction of that is a fraction closer to the original line, and then the same thing for that line, the same thing for that. Eventually you'll end up with this triangle shape, and that triangle shape is infinity technically in a confined space. Now, of course, infinity can't really be put in a confined space, but imagine it.
Okay, we're finding science demonstration material here.
Can you imagine being his parents? Holy shit.
Dude, can you pause it for 1 second? I seen this before, but it was only 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, sure.
But I never seen the full clip. You can hear the mum in the background, and you can obviously tell it's like, I'm sick of hearing this shit. Film it and put it on the internet. Tell the internet about it. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Her mom is a piece of shit.
Do you know what they figured? Why he's considered a kid genius? He invented a new power source that didn't require like anything we use now, and it was free energy. And the government came in and took it from him.
It didn't require any fuel or any solar power to power it, and it gave free energy. Nothing in and everything out. He's a fucking genius. And the government took it away from him and told him, we're going to destroy this, but we're going to let you do whatever you want, and we're not going to restrict you in your searches. But whatever you get doesn't mean we're going to let you use it. It's basically what's going on now.
Yeah, it means that they're going to back engineer it and take it and use it for themselves. They're fucking assholes.
No, like everything. They got like light bulbs that last forever and all kinds of shit they've hidden from us.
Reverse engineer. Sorry, not back engineer, reverse engineer.
They fucking got him. They got the plans for it right there, and they got the original product, like Mossy said. This kid is not a ghost or a play. He's a real fucking monster in the mind. And he's going to make CERN look stupid about what he's about to say when he starts writing all this down. I mean, he's explaining it for the idiot who don't understand it all.
That's right. There's one line, and then a fraction closer, a fraction closer, and a fraction smaller is the next line, so on and so on and so on. Till eventually we get this sort of thing. There's nothing here or here, because this is still there. But what happens when you add a line here? Now, that is actually still infinity, because it's still in
holy shit, cornbread.
Same place, but it's not in a confined space, you may say.
What
if we do the same thing over here? Well, no matter how much you do it, it is technically still infinity. This quantity is still infinity. And you could do this forever and then do an even bigger version
Cornbread
of that.
Man says they got stuff that can turn white
but
into
if
real
you're
women
talking
now.
about this being Aleph Null, and this also being Aleph Null, that can't really be possible. So if we're ordering in one, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 and then what comes after that, we get an interesting term, which is omega.
Omega.
Which is the lowercase form of omega, you might know, but we're talking about lowercase here. And then after omega necessarily isn't bigger than aleph null. It's just an ordered form of infinity. So imagine it like this: omega plus 1, and then omega.
We also got a tutorial on how to count to
3 plus 4 plus 5,
infinity.
and so on and so on and so on and so on, until eventually we get to the omega 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 to the all the way up for aleph null to omega to omega.
Yeah, well,
you get the point. Anyway,
there is no omega. There is no omega. That's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem.
What?
There's only a fucking alpha. There's only a fucking alpha god.
No, he's on to the omega, alpha and the omega.
Well, he's the alpha and omega. But he knows every goddamn thing, and he fucking just fucking does it. That's God.
Well, we ain't there yet, man. We ain't even gonna be there till after we're dead. So I don't know what you're talking about. All we can do is just try to figure out where we're at. And if you'd been here last week, you'd understand this builds on last week.
Bill, wait, what?
Yeah, last week was about what the fuck was it? Fuck, I don't even remember now. But next week's gonna be the Dark Forest. So if you want to jump ahead, we're gonna do the Dark Forest next week, and that builds on this. Oh yeah, simulation theory. So this builds on simulation theory. And then the Dark Forest.
That's what I thought we were fucking going with.
No, we already did simulation theory last week.
Sweet.
So these colliders, they're throwing this shit around, and they don't know what it's doing, making black holes or what. And this kid philosophized that they changed the weight of one particle, and it threw our balance off on our gravity, and now we're one floor down. So if you let him talk, Ant, he's going to explain it all.
Oh, they'll probably kill that motherfucker or put him in a fucking a ward.
We don't know what they're going to do with him yet. They took away his toys that he invented, the free energy. Mossy said he would just do it anyways and hook up all his neighbors and family with free energy and fuck them.
I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't advertise it out. I just hook up with, you know what I'm saying, my family. And yeah.
I bet his parents.
I just got home, so give me a few minutes, and I'll be logging in on my computer too,
all right.
guys.
Well, I'm gonna play the rest of this son, so we got an idea of what's going on.
Get other facts like Trin and a whole bunch of other higher infinities.
He's rocking
and a lot of
fucking
theorists,
locale.
such as myself, have believed to figure out these highest infinities to a point where we start to get to our cardinals, and after we get to our cardinals, we start to get to uncountable cardinals. For more information, you can go to Vsauce's video, How to Count Past Infinity. It basically reviews this.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
But
I don't think there are many people who understand this other than you, Max Laughlin. So you were saying back to the E equals MC squared and the new definition of God, which was our original conversation. You're saying it's accurate, but you're saying it's not accurate.
Right. So just like quantum physics and superposition, everything can be in a state of either positive and negative at the same time, rather than positive or negative, as we know in our mechanical classical world here. But that means that there is an infinite number of parallel universes in our multiverse. Just move that there and focus.
There's no such thing as a multiverse.
In our multiverse, and there's an infinite number of these realities. And in each reality, as every electron spins an animeter of an animeter, an animeter around a nuclei of an atom, we're catapulted into, an infinite number of alternate universes. Just imagine this is the start of the universe. This is our original timeline, right? But as soon as this starts, we are infinitely catapulted into an infinite number of parallel universes.
You understand?
And somewhere infinity down the line, here's our universe, right? and then we're constantly shifting into alternate universes as we speak. And that expansion of infinite
every time you make a
universes is our
decision,
reality as we
you
know it
change
at the
your
time.
outcome.
So
You
therefore,
understand?
if there are other universes that are next to ours, and this actually relates to my theory of the Mandela effect and how the particle accelerator also the weight of one electron, and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
So you believe that this thing that some people call the Mandela effect is actually real?
Oh, absolutely real.
Can you describe what it is for people who have never heard it before?
Sure. So the Mandela effect is the effect of some people thought that Nelson Mandela died at a certain time, and other people remember it as a different time. And this goes for a lot of other things, Star Wars, classic videos, mirror on the wall. Everybody knows that. Well, if you actually look back to the original film, it's not mirror on the wall. It's magic mirror on the wall. And some people actually,
which of course it's not.
It's not
in
right.
the reality.
It was where I came from.
Right, exactly. I mean, some people in this reality, I guess, maybe didn't make it from our last reality. I'm thinking. I'm still trying to figure out why they don't do anything in an alternate expansion of our universes. Even in my own scientific
I have a
notes,
theory because some of us got
rewritten
flipped and some of us got left in our main reality.
a little bit different from originally what I wrote.
No, it got
So how did
destroyed.
that
He's going to
actually
explain
happen?
that. Are you back, Mossy? No, he's still gone. But he's going to explain that. The old one's gone. There's no going back, because that's what I was hoping we could do.
Let's take your notebook, or let's take Mirror on the Wall, like an old film, animated film. How did it actually change?
Well, it never changed.
We did.
We changed. You see, we were moving relative to our universe, and then our universe destroyed. So now the universe started to move, or I guess our parallel universes, our multiverse started to move parallel to us because we were out of alignment, and that just destroyed everything. So technically, the universe didn't change. We did.
It just had a little pause there. Just my accident. We weren't deleting anything. People were saying, "Oh, what's going on?" Because I had a text coming in.
That was him.
So
Shit, I'm checking my phone.
there are two studios.
I thought that was someone on the panel.
One studio A, created
I'm like looking at my phone. What the hell?
Magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah,
Another
magic
studio
bullshit.
Says mirror
Darth
on
Vader.
the wall. Is it two separate studios, or what happened?
No, same studio, different timeline. So good thing we have a multi-layered napkin.
This is very high tech
Yeah.
in terms of our graphics.
Definitely sophisticated.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so as I said,
Because I love that one. Because everyone remembers mirror on the wall. I mean, there's
Everybody
no
does.
one, and there's a whole Sally Field. You like me, you really
weirdos that
like
are here
me,
that we
blah,
don't
blah, blah,
understand.
and
Yeah,
like-
but they
come,
think
build
that
it.
we're
He will
wrong.
come. The peace sign.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that one.
Oh yeah, there's so much. I have a record of all the ones that I've been able to.
Of
God, he must be nuts.
And some other stuff that I should tell you personally about later.
Okay. Can't
Anyway,
wait.
so yeah, infinity down the line from our original timeline, where here's
Like the
ours.
Lion and the Lamb,
of
like I
course,
was talking
this
about. I got all the
timeline is
notes
only
for this
moving
painting.
forward because
And now it's changed in the Bible.
The
How the
expansion of
fuck
infinite number of
did
realities.
I have notes
behind
for
it.
a painting and a painting
But
doing
what happened
it wasn't real?
we made this universe sort of out of balance, and our universe,
Because of the collider, the super collider?
yeah, we altered the weight of a single electron, which I believe shifted us into a parallel universe, considering that we caused a chain reaction that could have catastrophically destroyed our universe. I mean, even when we thought about starting it, we thought our universe would implode, and then it didn't, and we're like, oh, it's okay. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
Terrence
it
Howard's a
did implode.
retard, Captain.
Just
Don't pay attention to
instantly
Terrence Howard,
shifted
anybody.
universe.
There's a
And that's your
country in
belief.
Africa
But
that's
in
trying to
my
do his
belief,
math,
of course,
and
this is
everything's
just a theory
fucking
that's
up.
still being developed.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe in that infinitely small moment of time, we were instantly shifted.
Could it also be that there were some people at CERN who are kind of like quantum hackers, and they go, we have this little vulnerability in time-space continuum, and we're going to go in and we're going to pick these iconic moments in our civilization, mirror, mirror on the wall, things like, and we're going to change them just to screw up people's heads to realize that reality is not as they think it.
That could be completely possible. Although there's some stories, fairy tales, campfire, scary tales that occurred at CERN supposedly, or that are set at CERN, dimensional beings or satanic portals, a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. And a lot of people believe they have to do that to consistently maintain our universe, or bridging two universes or dimensions even together. Now, then again, they're fairy tales.
Okay.
And since when are fairy tales real? But then again, all fairy tales are based off of something. Anyway.
Back to eternity.
Right.
Go ahead.
So when this universe was destroyed, then again, here's our progression of infinite expansion.
But we didn't make it.
Parallel universes. And here's ours. When this one just destroyed itself, and as I said, there's an infinite number of parallel universes. That means there's an infinite possibility that everything contained within our infinite range existed, will happen. For example, there's a reality where possibly maybe this world didn't even occur. Maybe there's a reality where our universe instantly started and then destroyed itself. There's an infinite number of possibilities. But
Which
however,
is such an incredible thing to try to wrap your head around, right? It's almost impossible.
Yeah, there's
just the word infinity is almost impossible to really completely understand.
Then again, there are higher levels of infinity, as you'll see in videos.
Higher levels of infinity. So yeah, infinity is not just infinity. There's
to infinity and beyond.
Beyond
infinities, bigger, larger infinities. It's hard to wrap your mind around that there is something larger than everything.
Which is,
it's even a paradox as itself. It's an oxymoronic.
You know what the great void is? Has anybody heard about it?
And that's where you come back to God. Well,
there's
God
supposedly a great void in our universe.
There must be another.
And they're saying now that our whole
multiverse where
galaxy is in one of those voids.
There is another more powerful or less powerful or equal God, as we defined it in E = MC², the new definition of God.
So other than you and maybe a few other people, we're really not going to figure this out, are we?
Not for a while. No, I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so the fun thing
well, I mean, do you feel like you have it figured out?
Well, I think I do, yeah. But then again, this is all just a theory. And so when can you prove a theory about infinite universes and infinity and alternate realities? When can you prove that? So do I think that I know it? I think that I might have some basic, very, very basic idea, even gist of what possibly can be happening. But then again, this is just theoretical physics, and even the title, it's theoretical.
Right.
I don't actually know everything that's happening. There's never a way that I can. So
it must drive him mad.
It's just a matter of how much do I think that I can explain the unexplainable? And maybe I'm not even explaining at all.
Right, but and any of this stuff is so vast and so amazing. It's just like people's concepts are completely blown of anything.
The dad's like, I want to be smart too.
Anyway, let's finish this and see if we can at least understand
ran down his legs here. Got into his mind and made this.
Right. So universes that are right next to each other.
You know that two idiots usually make a genius, right?
Infinitely far away from each other.
Well, it seems like it in this case.
Our universes. And the farther away a universe is, the more different it is because of each individual
Here's where it gets dark.
event. Now, the distance and amount of universes between these two lines
not dark yet.
is infinite. Like
no, not
it's
yet.
It's kind of crazy. You can't draw it or visualize it. It's just infinite between each line, and then an infinite line between their lines, and lines and lines and lines and lines, infinite over and over again. But anyway, somewhere down the infinity over here,
these are those lines he was drawing in that last
a parallel universe, right? And in this parallel universe, maybe it's completely different. Like everything is completely different. Like maybe our entire existence is nothing and never will will happen, but maybe maybe time's running backwards, or maybe everything is slightly off in a way, like universes aren't created from nuclear reactions, more just form, and then nuclear reactions occur, which then create more universes, which then reverse to create other universes. As I said, infinite universes.
He's saying the multiverse.
So there's an infinite number of possibilities. And even as I speak this, my very speaking of this is creating an infinite number of universes, and in one and in many of them, this is
every
exactly
decision
possible.
you make makes a fork. You know that? So that means someone went the other way.
So back to, let's see if we can wrap this up, the Mandela effect, and let's have at least one human being who might watch this potentially be able to understand what you're saying.
Right. So when our universe was destroyed over here.
And this was, you think, when CERN Super Collider did its experiment?
He got his lunch all laid out.
Yeah.
Or the Hadron.
Large Hadron Collider, right.
Okay.
And so after our universe and timeline was destroyed,
done.
We were, let's zoom this in a lot, zoom, 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 and the universe that's directly next to ours, it's just directly next to ours. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred from form to form.
Amen.
But if there are an infinite number of universes, then there's 100% chance that this happened, at least maybe in another universe, maybe not ours. Then again, there's also an infinite chance that this is our universe. So if this one was eliminated, all the energy from this universe created or transferred a universe that was right next to us.
So the original universe is mirror, mirror on the wall. The transferred to universe is magic mirror on the wall.
Right, and even if you have quantum data or other things that possibly could help calculate these claims, then you'll find that there is a fluctuation pattern of which our universe is on a similar plane. So if this is our plane, there's a universe in this plane, which means that this is a larger dip and this is a smaller dip. So that way there's a fluctuation in our reality of actually things that are
somewhere,
real,
Eric, that's happening.
that
just
are
that you
real
said
to us,
that.
but are different in other
so wherever it's
realities.
happening, they got to fucking thank you.
Fluctuation, and I think this fluctuation is known as the Mandela effect for some things, and a lot of things are the same, but other things are, very different.
Yeah, there's a mirror universe where there's a black ant that hates white people.
The fact that
you know it.
Here, almost, and that everything that we see is pretty much the same.
What do you mean almost?
We could write a comic about it, and one day they cross paths.
I don't know. There's an infinite number of possibilities.
There's some dude who sent me a link to his channel on Twitter.
Somebody on
no, it was on Discord. He's like, check out my channel and I'll check out yours. So I went there and he's like walking in public places going, good Lord, fighting people.
So it is not.
I think we're going to have to fucking highlight him.
It is just not ours. But.
So we are now not in the same universe
nope.
that we were in when Mirror, Mirror on the Wall was a part of a film.
Well, that's what I'm theorizing, yeah.
So we're in a different universe.
Exactly, completely different universe.
Even though it looks almost otherwise completely the same.
Is exactly the same, except for that 0.000000000000000000000 infinite number of zeros, 1%.
Yes.
Difference.
Right.
And that 1% difference is large on our scale, or even small on our scale, but it's still different enough that it's able to contain our energy, but not enough that it's the same. As I said, it's a parallel universe. It's not the same as ours. And if we have to arrive at the same time that we left, then there has to be difference. There's that fluctuation. And one of these fluctuations is maybe something different. Maybe one person decided to walk on the other side of the sidewalk, as it is uncertainty, at least in our future. I mean, if you're in a higher dimension like the 5th dimension or looking on our 4th dimension, uncertainty is just a matter of which way you're going, like a road. But to us, uncertainty doesn't happen because we can only see the present as it's happening. But anyway, so parallel universe fluctuations.
So, Mary, is it Mirror, Mirror on the Wall or Magic Mirror on the Wall?
Mirror,
Mirror, Mirror.
Eric, man, you got to tell never eat Arby's again. Yeah.
Actually, there was a movie that was done. Julia Roberts was in a movie called Mirror, Mirror.
Yeah.
Based off of that quote.
Right, but maybe that movie is now called Magic Mirror.
Actually, I checked. It's Mirror, Mirror.
Okay. So
Actually,
they didn't change that.
Right.
Little fucker's already got his fucking fast check. He ain't gonna be a show comedy
He ain't
bitch.
fucking around.
One thing also.
No, man.
And you
No.
can
I am
Remember, he
truthful,
created free
motherfucker.
Well,
energy.
it wasn't Julia
From
Roberts.
him.
It was Meryl Streep.
Right.
Again, I think what's exciting, and someone who is less sophisticated than you, like myself.
No. Everybody is exactly.
Once he smartens up,
everybody pretty much
streetwise, not book-wise, he's gonna bury himself with running eye.
Like one person,
You know that?
is equal in maybe his ability to identify multiple different forms.
If the government don't lock him in a box somewhere first,
There was,
and
what's the name of that,
as much as they can.
that crab or something that
It's Homelander.
could hammers
Mantis
people?
shrimp.
Beginning.
The
Mantis shrimp?
Right, can see like a million different kinds of colors.
12 different colored planes. We can
No,
only
what's
see
going to
two.
happen is DARPA's going to recruit him. That's where he'll go.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the point that I was trying to make when I was talking about sophistication, the bottom line, which you've been repeating in many different ways throughout this little Facebook Live.
You son of a
thing,
bitch, Eric.
is that infinite universes and just the very concept of infinity is pretty mind-boggling. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like, but it affects everything
Mhm.
on at least a theoretical basis.
Well, yeah, everything and nothing.
And there we go.
Yeah, so it's pretty uncertain. But then again, uncertainty is uncertain.
I saw your comment,
Quantum
Eric.
mechanics is insane, everybody.
There you
Things
go. No, I
at
think
quantum
that
level
sums it up. There it
come
is,
together
quantum physics right there
and go
from,
apart.
say your
You're
name.
created and destroyed in the same instant.
And you are
That's why they have Shiva outside of this collider.
Of course, and you're how old?
13.
There you go. Thank you, Max.
13-year-old kid. Smarter than all of us. All right, I think I should play that chick over talking about the statue. What do you guys think?
Yeah, because we
And then
all
can
we
move on
heard
from there,
was
Mossy.
you know, I want to hear what
we got
were
another
saying.
chick where she's describing about how it's all built. I sent Mossy that video. You can have that queued
Yeah.
up. You know which one I'm talking about, Mossy, where it's got the chick I was talking about that's a hoe?
Oh, hold on.
You
I'm
there?
gonna go.
All right, well, we're going to play this, and then you
I'm
can
here.
get ready.
Can you hear me?
Because it just shows.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
I
skip
have
the
all of
beginning
them
of
with
it
that
and get
one.
to the part. All right, we'll play this. And
What
we'll
is
get
the
ready.
dancing Shiva statue doing on CERN grounds? I am going to be explaining some facts about this statue and some abnormal events that happened on CERN grounds, which may not be known to the open world. But before we proceed, I want you to pray for guidance through this video because the spirit of ignorance do not want you to see this. And if you are done, shall we begin? There have been many questions around the world asking why CERN will put the Shiva statue on their grounds. But before we answer that, let's look at the characteristics of the Shiva god. This statue you see right here is called Shiva Nataraja, meaning the Lord of the Dance. Shiva's appearance is mostly seen with 4 arms and flying hair locks, with the form of a dwarf structure. The entity is sometimes described as the symbol of human ignorance or forgetfulness, or the term headlessness. And you may have noticed the dancing posture of the entity. According to Wikipedia, this dance is called trembling of the snake. How terrifying is that? According to South India, the gestures of the dance represents Shiva's 5 activities. The drum symbolizes creation. The pose of the hand symbolizes protection. The fire ring symbolizes destruction. The entity is described as the master of both poison and medicine, because he has the power over snakes, and he is also described as the Lord of Cattle. Shiva is also known as the merciless slaughterer of the beast that are human souls under his care. The entity is also seen with a cobra snake around his neck. So, what do you think about this? Now, I don't discriminate other religions, including Hinduism, but I was shocked to the core when they were asked about Christianity. This was their reply. This was uploaded to Google by Z News on February 23, 2016. It reads, Christianity was never a separate religion, but a Hindu cult and doctrine introduced by Christ. They still went down to write. Christ spent the last phase of his life in the Himalayas. After regaining health, Christ established a monastery at the foothills of the Himalayas, probably in Kashmir. He worshipped Lord Shiva there for 3 years and achieved darshan of Shiva. What kind of blasphemy is this? Well, I am not surprised this came out from a news station. The book of Isaiah reads, "Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image, and pray unto a God that cannot save. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God." No matter how they belittle the name of Jesus, just have this at the back of your mind, that God cannot be mocked. That at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, of things in heaven, and things in earth, and things under the earth. Now back to CERN. A video was captured on CERN grounds. It shows some strange activities going on CERN grounds. Observe. A group of people dressed in an occultic manner walks towards the dancing Shiva statue. Then, they unveil what seems to be a lady. And immediately she lies down. One of them brings out a knife and slits her throat. Causing the person with the camera to flee in terror. Now, is this some kind of prank? Or is CERN doing something very serious here? Gather around the comments section. Let's hear your thoughts. And please, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explanations like this. Thanks for watching, and God.
So now you see that they got this statue out there that they're sacrificing people to. And they're knocking us out of our fucking area into the who knows where, and they just started this thing up again on the 5th, and they're calling this the physics round, and it got fired up on the 5th. And that kid Mossy's got another video where the kid's crying that they're going to start it up. He says if they start it up, we're fucked again. He says he calls this the dark universe, and the future ones are going to be worse. He says every time they do this, they're going to knock us into a darker universe.
Yeah.
Hey, Tex. It's fucking insane.
That video you were talking about just before this one you played, you want me to play it with the lady?
Yeah, unless you got the chick. You got the chick where she explains how it's built. If not, I'll get that one ready while you play that one.
I got it right now.
You got that? Well, then show that. Show that how they built it, and then we'll move on to the kid crying about if they start it up again. I want them to understand really what's going on.
There's not really much we can do about it at the end of the day.
No,
we can aware that they got these complain about it on the internet, but basically all that's going to do is get us put on their fucking watch list.
Yeah. All right, fuck it then.
So I want to clearly say right now, here and loud and proud, I, for one, have nothing against our overlords. Do whatever you're doing, man.
Hey, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
on the border between France and
all right. You ready?
Yeah, you want to skip up to where she's showing, like, she talks for a few minutes and then she shows it underground how it's built.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
All I want to show
here.
these guys.
The border between France and Switzerland is the biggest science experiment ever built. It's this huge tunnel over 100 meters underground and 27 kilometers long, running under nearby homes and businesses and farms. And inside that tunnel, scientists put a long blue tube big enough to crawl through. And inside that tube, they put 2 pipes that they keep colder and emptier than outer space. And down those pipes, they fire particles smaller than atoms in opposite directions, pushing them faster and faster and faster until, when they're almost at the speed of light, they smash together, sending subatomic debris flying off into this massive detector. This underground particle smasher took thousands of people from over 100 different countries, $5 billion, and over 30 years to plan and build. My question was, why?
Right,
Why do
this
this?
Cut her off.
Why spend so much money and time?
She's part of them. She ain't going to tell you really why. She's going to spin their story. So they got this thing down there, and they're just blasting the shit out of molecules. And they got a hold of the God molecule. That's why they got Shiva out there, because on a subatomic level, everything's destroyed and it comes apart like constantly. It's like an insane asylum down there in quantum mechanics. So that's why Shiva's there. And the whole thing's insane. I don't even know why they're using our money to make it. And that's why they're doing it over there in Switzerland. They don't want to do it in America. They got one here in Texas, but it's a little one. It's like they built all these little ones everywhere, and then they got the knowledge, and then they built that huge one. You got that kid queued up to where he's crying about it?
I think, is that the one with where he's talking about the kid genius says CERN's largest hadron collider has created a parallel universe?
Yeah. I think so. Wait, let me check and see, make sure that wasn't the one we just played.
No, it's not the one we just played.
The last one I sent you was the one we just played, I'm pretty sure. So it has to be one of the first ones I sent you. Yeah, because the one we just played.
That fucking kid before, someone sent me like a 15-second clip of it before.
Yeah, because he's big, man. Because I seen him first on Joe Rogan. Everlast, the rapper, was talking about him.
It was a while ago. So is that video new? Otherwise, I'm confused and it was something else.
Tex, I'm in Detroit. Me, Ant, and Mossy are all in Detroit.
I think it's this one. You ready?
Motor City. If not,
how the particle
we'll do the next one.
Okay.
Accelerator altered the weight of one electron and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
The Large Hadron Collider is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. This newest addition to CERN's accelerator complex has been shrouded in controversy since it started on the 10th of September, 2008. Some argued that the accelerator would create another Big Bang that destroys the world. Others argued it would open up a black hole that swallows up our planet. But none of that happened when the particle accelerator finally fired up. Does this mean all the negative speculation around the collider was baseless? Maybe or maybe not. A young teenager dubbed the world's smartest kid claimed the Hadron Collider at CERN has pushed our world into another dimension where everything looks the same, but isn't really. Max Laughlin's theories touch on the concept of the Mandela effect and attempt to explain how we may be living in an alternate extension of our universe. Could Laughlin's claims about a parallel universe be true? Has CERN opened a portal into an alternate universe that we might never escape? Get ready to venture into a vast and complex realm where the truth can be stranger than fiction. Nestled 570 feet beneath the Alps on the Swiss-French border, the world's largest physics experiment, the Large Hadron Collider, has been the center of attention ever since it was built in 2008. It is a 16.8-mile or 27-kilometer ring of superconducting magnets colder than outer space that slams particles together at near-light speed in an ultra-high vacuum. The project needed a staggering budget of $8.8 billion, which was provided by the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, in Geneva, Switzerland. Although the investment was massive, the collider promised to yield results surpassing all scientific expectations. After all, it was the brainchild of some of the world's best minds. It was an exciting time for science, as the collider promised to test various key predictions of high-energy physics by smashing proton beams together at high speeds. The collider was equipped with superpowers. It was ready to accelerate particles at up to 99.99% of the speed of light and create temperatures in the trillions of degrees, something physicists only dreamed of. As a result, scientists were expecting the collider to solve the mysteries of the universe and revolutionize particle physics and quantum mechanics. However, every new invention comes with its unique set of risks. And looking at the LHC's incredible powers, critics worried that if something went wrong, it could be catastrophic. The biggest concern was that CERN's collider may accidentally create a black hole that would consume the Earth. These fears resulted in a lawsuit filed at the European Convention of Human Rights with motions against the 20 countries, including the U.S., which funded the project. But despite the lawsuit,
you make a black hole, you
its
can't
first
undo
collision
that.
in 2010 at an energy of 3.5 teraelectron volts, TV per beam, which is about 4 times the previous world record. In 2012, the LHC announced the discovery of the Higgs boson or God particle, which was a massive achievement of the collider. However,
all over the place so that if the poles switch, they'd be able to fucking make it easier. You know what I mean? It'd be like a cushion for if the poles flipped. But now I don't know, man.
Unfortunately, what's going to eventually happen is they're gonna spawn a black hole, and even if it's the size of a penny or smaller, that thing could do insane fucking damage.
Yeah. Later on,
and then after that, they'll just be like, "Oh, we didn't know." It's like, yeah, that's what the whole point, you assholes.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just
dangerous.
It reminds me of the nukes, man. They did the same thing with the nukes. Everybody said you could set that off, and it could set off every fucking molecule in existence. It could have like a fucking keep going and keep going and keep going. They didn't give a fuck. They did it anyways. Let's see what happens.
If you have a big enough spark, you could ignite the world. I mean.
Well, why do you think they're doing it? They're not from our dimension, man. These are fucking demons that come from somewhere else. Somehow they got here and they want to fucking take us to fucking some dimension with them.
Well, what in the beginning, their whole thing was that this is going to give us like free energy and better energy. That was the original idea. So.
They were trying to, with the fusion.
Yeah.
Instead of doing splitting, they were trying to fuse.
And then when they realized that people caught on that this is bullshit, then they're just like, oh, well, we could use it to discover other things. And then it went to that, and it's like, this whole thing is just
a particle accelerator.
Yeah, they got that statue out front there sacrificing people too. This whole thing's a nut show.
It's just climate change 2.0 or 1.0, I should say. That's all it is. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
You look at all that money in that thing, though.
$8 billion. $8 billion they blew on this.
Yeah. I'll start it back.
Shortly after this extraordinary discovery, the LHC was shut down for 2 years. When the collider became operational in 2015, it had reached 6.5 TV per beam, which meant 13.0 TV total collision energy. But it didn't make any headlines this time. At the end of 2018, it was shut down again for maintenance and further upgrades, reopening over 3 years later in April 2022. Although the Large Hadron Collider was able to evade the claims of creating a black hole at CERN, another theory still sticks. It was put forth by 13-year-old Max Laughlin, who believed that CERN has destroyed our universe. Regarded as a genius child and listed as the most intelligent young man in the world, Max Laughlin surprised everyone with his scientific abilities from a very young age. He created a device from scratch that was capable of generating energy without consuming fossil fuels or solar energy. His invention was ingenious.
It does look like the kid from Alf.
It never made it to the public for unknown reasons.
Yeah, he does.
Max, who has been hailed a young Nikola Tesla, claimed that the Large Hadron Collider has opened portals to different dimensions. He believes the experiments conducted by physicists at CERN have the potential to shatter the very fabric of our existence. According to his theory, experiments at CERN opened our world to a parallel universe which looks and feels like our own, but isn't really. Rest assured, his claims aren't merely conjecture. Max argues that similar tests have been conducted by the European Organization for Nuclear Research in the past, adding credence to his hypothesis.
Yeah, you're right.
Max's theory draws inspiration from another phenomenon known as the Mandela effect. The term was coined by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom in 2009 after being convinced that President Nelson Mandela had died in prison. In reality, Mandela was released from prison in 1990, and he went on to lead South Africa until he died 13 years later. But what's perplexing is that Broom wasn't the only one who thought Mandela died in prison. In fact, many people did. But how could so many people remember something that never happened? These collective false memories have since been called the Mandela effect. Max argues that the memories that are dubbed false by the Mandela effect are actually true. The only difference is that they occurred in our previous universe. This parallel or new universe that we have been shoved into by the particle accelerator's experiments is slightly different than the one we were first living in. It's entirely possible that Nelson Mandela died in prison in our old universe, and that's why so many people remember how it happened. However, Mandela's story in this new universe is different, hence the confusion. And this is just one example. Another example of this phenomenon is the children's book series, The Berenstain Bears. While the book title clearly says Berenstain Bears, many people remember it as Berenstain Bears. They even claim to have practiced the spelling in school. Check out this bizarre video.
I'll show you as I
watch this shit.
This doorway, what happens, and it's fucking weird. All right, it happens when it gets in the room. See it? And then back out here, normal. Yeah, what the fuck?
It's too small on my phone to see what's happening. What the fuck's happening?
Changing the Stein.
We can see a man holding the children's book that reads The Berenstain Bears, but as soon as he enters another room, the writing changes to the Berenstain Bears. How do you explain something like that? Many people have argued that the universe has been caught glitching at times. This is also one of the reasons why people argue we may be living in a simulation. After all, how is it possible for our physical reality to glitch? The cosmos is vast and full of mysteries that science has only just begun to unravel. There is still so much that we don't know about the universe, and the theory of everything is a small proof of that. We are still in the process of figuring out physical laws that apply to your universe, the origin of dark matter and dark energy, and how it affects everything in space. Is it possible that amidst all this confusion, CERN has managed to open a portal into a parallel universe where the laws of physics are different? Could this be the reason why the all-powerful JWST is observing galaxies much older than the Big Bang? The theory of extra dimensions is not new. In fact, several scientists have predicted the existence of extra dimensions, not just the three spatial and one-time dimension we know of in our four-dimensional space-time, but at least one additional spatial dimension that exists in our universe. The problem is we can't access those dimensions at the energies we probe. However, it's possible to detect these dimensions at scales much smaller than those we have examined, which correspond to higher energies. If these extra dimensions exist, one theoretical possibility is that it might be possible to create tiny, miniature, microscopic black holes using the particle accelerator at CERN. But if CERN can create a black hole, no matter how microscopic, can it create a wormhole too? A portal that allows us to access another dimension or a parallel universe? Max Laughlin believes it's possible, but do you? Tell us your opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification bell for more videos.
All right, it's over, Mossy, if you're still there.
I am.
Man. That kid, man, he knows a lot more than fucking... How are they letting him off the leash, though, to let us know this, you know?
Because there's nothing we can do about it.
No, because DARPA wants him. That's why. DARPA's going to recruit him. That's why he's alive still. DARPA's going,
can you imagine the toys he's going to make for DARPA, Hargrave? Holy...
Yeah, that's why the guy's still alive.
What he made for the energy? What do you think is going to power our tanks and shit in the future? Are you nuts?
Yeah, that went to DARPA.
You fucking nuts?
That's where his free energy thing went. It went to DARPA. They're out there using
You ain't shit, and they already got fucking UFOs flying on that shit. Watch. Motherfuckers. Oh, well. We love our overlords, right, Risey?
Yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't say I love them, but I am definitely obedient, and I will prostrate myself to you guys. Yeah. All hail.
I already gave my life to them. I was their fucking shock trooper. Fuck them.
They don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with them, man. We got a nice little sweet deal going on. I'm a nobody, so in the grand scheme of things, they don't care.
Well, we can at least talk about them. They can fuck off. I can't talk about them.
Well, I don't think they can fuck off. We can fuck off. I mean, they can wipe
we are fucking off. We're talking to 13 of our friends, having a good time, and they can need a dick if they don't like what we do. We're not fucking with their game. They can do their thing. Just don't fuck with us.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, man. Like, literally, it doesn't matter whether we know about this or not. We can't do a damn thing about it. Not a single one of us here.
No.
So like, if we think we're gonna like start some rebel Star Wars army against
that's
the
crazy shit.
Empire of
That's some
CERN,
CG straight up shit. Now one of these fuckers in the
yeah,
audience.
that's the thing, man. See, I'm a realist. Everyone calls me a cynic. I hate that fucking term because it's called realist, baby. You know, there are things that we can change in this world. There are things that we just have to downright fucking accept, whether we like it or fucking not. Basically, the only thing we can change in this world is how we act as us, an individual, me as an individual, you as an individual. Like, we're the only ones that... Sorry.
You're controlled opposition.
I promised Risey sex with ginger aliens for his hair. He's compromised. You figured me out, Cthulhu, you bastard. It was me. I was the Fed all along. You never expect the fucking racist drunk.
Maybe I got my hand in the other one, Oz. I try not to think about that. I just say, well, great. I'm glad that there's other shit going on. Like that movie, The One. Have you ever seen The One?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's basically before, like, other than comics, like, that was the second time I'd actually, like, seen a movie. Because there were, like, no comic movies, you know, back then. But, yeah, I remember watching that. And I remember trying to explain, because my friend, he's the one that hired out The One. He's like, I don't get this multiverse shit. I'm like, dude, how do you not get it? Like, they're literally dumbing it down as dumb as possible. He's like, I still don't get it. And then I basically explained to him, I was like, hold on. Well, you know how we're losers in this reality? He's like, well, I could still be successful. I'm like, Matt, let's be real. Anyway, we argued about that for a little bit. And I'm like, all right, here's a part where maybe in another reality, you were born as Stone Cold Steve Austin's son. And that got his fucking attention because you're like, wait, what? There's a reality like that? I'm like, yeah, there's a reality where everything
that caused that to happen. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, exactly. But that's what I was saying to him. I was like, maybe just saying that out there out loud, potentially now that's a real reality. He's like, well, how do I get there? You know, what the dumb thing is, it's like, how do I get there? I'm like, bro, it doesn't work like that just because I can say it. Like, it's multiverse theory. I'm like, I'm not smart enough to explain this shit to you.
I can. You can't get there because you created it. You understand? You caused it through the ripple effect, and there's no way you can get to it unless that movie is impossible. You can't go to these other dimensions and kill everybody and collect their power. It's fucking insane. And then it's like the kid says,
they're all going to be a little bit sci-fi movie. I still like that movie. It had a great fucking soundtrack to it.
Eventually, if they drop us in another fucking hole, because it changes the gravity, and that's what started
I am June Law. I am nobody's bitch. You are
can end up where they don't speak English anymore. Could you imagine that? Instead of just bitching about Mandela and fucking Bernstein Bears, we won't know what the fuck these fucks are saying, and they're all going to be helping each other. We're laughing now, but if it happens, then what do we do?
You continue laughing because there's nothing to do.
There's nothing I can do about it.
No shit. We're the ones with the guns on, at least. That's all I can say. You can't get me in my house.
Well, what if you go to a reality where the guns don't exist?
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm a weapon.
Safe one day and they're gone.
I'm a weapon. So don't you consider yourself one?
Yeah, there we go.
I don't need nothing.
I'm just saying, like, the potential of, like, handling any of it. I mean, see, the thing is, we're not even going to... Sorry?
I said, give me a fork.
Give me a fork. Give this man a pencil. With a fucking pencil.
This one's for shooting and this one's for fun, says Well Read.
Yep.
This one's for shooting. This one. I haven't heard that one in fucking years.
Fuck, neither have I. I lived it, though. You know what we did after we sang that song? We got to get hot towels and get on, like, you stretch them out in your hands, and you got to bend over and you run across the floor, and that's how you clean the floor. And they kick you in the ass as you're doing it.
Sounds fun.
It was fun. I was young. Sure the fuck wouldn't do it again.
Fuck, I wouldn't.
You got the other one ready?
It's like an 11-minute one about the kid talking about CERN.
Yeah, let's do that one. That kid's the shit. And then we'll move on to CERN some more. But it's mostly him just talking about CERN and what they did to us.
Well,
I think this is when he gets more into the differences in the universes.
I'm not sure what
guns would exist in all realities if you are far enough. You know what's going to suck, though? They put us in a place where we can't make them. I can make them. I'm a gunsmith.
There is a tunnel, and machinery inside that tunnel sends beams of energy in a vast circle.
The particle accelerator altered the weight of one electron and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
It's easy to be overwhelmed by the grandeur of the cosmos if you take the time to really look at what's going on. Science has just scratched the surface of reality, and nature's discoveries are far more stunning than anybody could have predicted. There is proof of free energy, unified field of consciousness, superhuman ability, parallel reality, and much more. So much that no one would assume a child could grasp it all. At the same time, one of the world's brightest kids has proposed some thoughts regarding CERN's capabilities and how scientists have exploited it to open a doorway to another realm. What arguments did this young genius put up, and how was the machine employed to create a new portal? Join us as we investigate how the world's smartest child genius stated that some physicists and the Large Hadron Collider created a portal. Who do you seek life guidance from?
Come on, Perth.
Will the views of a child suffice? No?
Next week's
What if the kid understands far more than you do about what's going on? And we are not referring about what's going on at school or in the country. Think universal. The potential of children should not be overlooked. This world is full of brilliant young individuals. There are children such as Malala Yousafzai who accomplish incredible work and receive international recognition for their inspiring activities. At the age of 21, Elizabeth Nance worked at Johns Hopkins to create nanoparticles that could penetrate brain tissue.
That's what's going to kill
Brilliance has no age limit, and exceptionally remarkable ideas are frequently recognized. Then there are children like Max Laughlin. Max's idea regarding the Large Hadron Collider has sparked concern among experts all around the world. The young and genius kid was first recognized for mesmerizing the globe with his insights about how the world works and how humans adapt to each new event uncovered in our universe. His new beliefs, on the other hand, are not simply facts, they are warnings.
How come they're dusting
The young
over the fact
prodigy
that he made
recorded
that
videos where he
300
elaborated on his assertions and the portal that CERN researchers opened. For those who are unaware, he is also an inventor, having created a free energy machine at the age of 13. He displayed this technology and explained how the free energy device may change the way humans live all around the planet. Since then, he has been well known for his astute observations of fascinating events in our universe. These subjects are concerning our reality and the parallel universe. Some of his hypotheses about our world include how CERN experiments are threatening to break the fabric of our existence and move us to a parallel reality that is more comparable to ours. The idea cannot be challenged, because this is not the first time European Organisation for Nuclear Research scientists have undertaken similar tests. The Large Hadron Collider, a machine that splits up subatomic particles, is used for these tests. The machine is used to simulate the Big Bang. He argued that the experiments performed by this machine may have shattered the universe, causing humanity to exist in a parallel reality. Max went on to explain that there are an endless number of parallel universes in our multiverse. Similarly, there are an endless number of these universes. In each reality, we are hurled into an endless number of parallel realities. He said, "We had an original timeline, but immediately the anomaly occurred during the experiment, we were infinitely catapulted into an infinite number of parallel universes. As we talk, a reality switches into another universe somewhere along the way. This representation of limitless universes is our current reality. It's likely that CERN scientists noticed this abnormality in the space-time continuum. They went in and modified these classic events after discovering the anomaly, proving reality is not what we think it is. This idea backs up reports that the European Organisation for Nuclear Research is working on creating portals and making alterations to connect the universe. Max followed his argument by claiming that these notions about opening portals at CERN imply that we have other universes adjacent to us, and he related this to his idea of the Mandela effect. It also recounts how the particle accelerator changed one electron, shattering our reality and transporting us to another one. According to Max Laughlin, the Large Hadron Collider is the device that led humankind to move into a new universe. The European Organisation for Nuclear Research built the world's most powerful particle accelerator within a 17-mile tunnel holding the huge electron-positron collider. It is a circular tunnel lying approximately 165 to 575 feet below near the French and Swiss borders. The Large Hadron Collider is designed to smash two particle beams and then study the effects. When the collision is complete, scientists see the atoms and molecules as well as the outcomes produced by physics. Aside from Laughlin's theory, the Large Hadron Collider has been thought to be a destroyer since Bill Clinton's presidency. When the Large Hadron Collider was still in the design stages, numerous experts predicted that it would generate a black hole, devouring our world.
They don't care.
These concerns motivated Francesco Calogero, a nuclear physicist at the University of Rome and co-winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1995, to publish an article titled "Might a Laboratory Experiment Destroy Planet Earth?" in 2000. The essay sparked a series of never-ending debates that lasted for years. These debates centered on whether or not the Large Hadron Collider would destroy our world. The article was widely discussed and even appeared on John Oliver's Daily Show in 2009. On the episode, John interviewed a physics professor who said that the experiment had a 1 in 2 probability of producing a strong black hole capable of destroying Earth.
But let's fire
By interviewing experts at CERN working on the Large Hadron Collider project, John Oliver validated these facts. The scientists then refuted the physics professor's assertions, stating that the Large Hadron Collider was not designed to be a doomsday machine, but rather for in-depth scientific investigation. When asked about the Mandela effect, Max stated that he believes it exists. The Mandela effect occurs when a significant number of individuals believe a specific event occurred when it did not, which is why the little genius's theory appears to be genuine. Fiona Broome coined the phrase Mandela effect in 2009, and she built a website to describe her experiences with the phenomena. Broome was at a conference speaking with others about her memories of Nelson Mandela's death in the 1980s, despite the fact that the former South African president did not die in prison in the 1980s. He died in 2013. However, when Broome spoke with others about her recollections of Nelson Mandela's death, she learned she was not alone. Several individuals also remembered watching television coverage of his death, including a speech given by his widow. Broome was taken aback by this development, as many individuals remembered the same incident in such vivid detail, although it had never occurred. That appears to be the Mandela effect, and it also supports Max Laughlin's hypothesis that we are living in an alternative extension of our universe. The Large Hadron Collider is used by scientists to verify theoretical predictions in particle physics, particularly those linked to the Standard Model. Although the Standard Model can describe practically all events and particle physics, some occurrences remain unexplained. Since its completion in 2008, the Large Hadron Collider has had 2 successful runs. The first run lasted from 2010 to 2013, and the second from 2015 to 2018. These 2 runs each featured their own set of discoveries, world records, and accomplishments. However, there are still unanswered questions concerning dark matter. Most stuff in space is normally invisible to humans, but because the gravitational presence of dark matter has been detected, scientists believe it exists. According to scientists, dark matter is the unseen cosmic structure that keeps galaxy clusters and galaxies together. We still don't know what it is, making it one of scientists' most intriguing mysteries. One of the reasons the Large Hadron Collider was built was to find an answer. When the collider was powered up for the first time in 2010, physicists had optimism that answers would emerge, but aside from the Higgs discovery, nothing else was seen. It was expected that there would be at least one particle that would explain the makeup of dark matter. However, there was no additional discovery. The Large Hadron Collider was shut down after its second run in 2018 to enhance maintenance. It reopened on April the 22nd, 2022, after a 3-year period of repair and upgrades. The third run was accomplished on July 5th, a day after the 10th anniversary of the discovery of the Higgs boson. Another significant event occurred in January of this year, when scientists at CERN reported the discovery of X-particles. Given their mysterious makeup, X-particles have been given the appropriate name. They were identified for the first time among billions of other particles inside the Large Hadron Collider's quark-gluon plasma. Scientists traced the birth of X-particles back to a few millionths of a second after the Big Bang, when the cosmos was nothing more than an enormously hot trillion-degree plasma soup packed with quarks and gluons. These are elementary particles that cool and unite to become the more stable protons and neutrons we know today. A minuscule proportion of the quarks and gluons unite prior to cooling that generate an extremely short-lived X-particle. The researchers are baffled as to how elementary particles interact to generate the X-particle structure. Scientists would have a better understanding of the sorts of particles that adorn the Earth's surface during the universe's early moments if they could figure out the particle's composition process. CERN researchers then recreated the findings of these X-particles by shooting positively charged lead atoms at high speeds at one another. This process caused them to collide, releasing additional particles in a brief burst of plasma reminiscent of the universe's early days. But that was only the easy part. The tricky aspect was searching through 13 billion head-on ion collisions for the X-particles. The Large Hadron Collider is set to remain operational until 2025, after which it will be shut off for another 2 years to allow for more modifications and new installations. According to CERN scientists, the dream scenario would be the LHC ultimately unveiling the mysterious nature of dark matter, which makes up most of the known universe, but cannot be observed directly with ordinary instruments, since correct measurements of dark matter are important in forecasting the expansion of the universe. Now let's hear your thoughts about CERN and its activities.
So what do you got to say about CERN? Well, I was actually looking for a video that I had a long time ago. Well, we covered the kid. It's about the kid? Well, remember they said gerbils is what shut down CERN? Little gerbils or hamsters or whatever. How'd they get loose in there? Yeah, exactly. And but I had this video from... Hit them in their butts.
Yeah, Richard.
Well, that's what I thought the joke was myself. Filthy perverts. But it shows like the night that shit was exploding, and everyone's like, "Look at this portal that they're opening." And we even showed the chick getting slaughtered in front of the statue earlier. Yeah, the Shiva statue is now just pretend. Yeah. Perth they says want to open a portal. That's for sure. I'm looking at years of fucking downloads real quick. You know what trips me out? I don't know if any of you have done salvia. When you're on that shit, that's what the elves say. They say, comes together, it falls apart. It comes together, it falls apart.
Yeah.
What? Everything. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's so... And where the fuck... How did India know that? How the fuck is this so prevalent when it's such a basic thing? And now CERN just discovered this. No, that's just like the idea that space is a vacuum. Like, well, it's on the quantum level. You know what I mean? Everything just is like completely different. I don't know if you know anything about quantum mechanics. We're going to discuss it in a future one, but next week's going to be the Dark Forest. I don't know if you're hip to that. Dark Forest. What do you mean? All right. Why the Fermi paradox? You know what that is, right? Why isn't anybody here? Why are we the only people here? Blah, 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 blah. You want to know why everything's so quiet? It's because if you make any noise, somebody else will fucking kill your ass. It's from the 3-Planet Problem, Chinese author. And they wrote, there is no Fermi paradox. There's just other hunters in the dark forest that are too quiet and are out hunting. And anybody who makes a noise the rest of them will come and step on them. Did you watch Tim Pool the other day when he had that No. politician on?
No.
Tim Burchett from Tennessee. Tim Burchett said in Tim Pool that China is making biological entities.
Oh, I believe that. Because they've been cloning and shit.
Well,
so
cloning
who knows how far advanced they are.
Yeah, clones have conscience. So
yeah, but they don't last long and they're fragile. So good luck to them.
They live. In vitro fertilization is a form of cloning. It's
if you want to get technical about it.
Process.
But they're doing alterations and chimera and all kinds of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
We know that. We talked about that last week, remember?
Yeah.
That's what this builds on.
I saw a thing earlier today where they were able to take, like how we have data on computers in ones and zeros.
Yeah.
And then the data on your DNA is like in, say,
A
and B. I forget
Yep.
what the lettering is, okay? Where they have figured out a way to take the ones and zeros from a computer and put them on a living
Yeah, where
DNA.
they can hack your fucking DNA now. I saw that
they
too.
They can use the DNA as storage, and then they were also able to take that data
Yeah, they're basically
from the
going to build
DNA
computers
and
out
put
of
it
us
back into
eventually if they
digital
want.
again. And they
You
said
know about
that
that,
one
organic
human,
computers?
yeah, and they said that one human has enough DNA in them, and that their DNA is able to store enough data for the time that our galaxy has been in existence, like 35 trillion years or some shit.
Yeah, and you can also store data in crystals.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're going to be doing people. Come on, you know that.
The shit that they have is
Which makes you think of the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, fuck. The more we talk about it, the more the odds are that you're already there.
Well, in the American CERN Center, right in the Colorado mountains, they have the precog computers shoved right into the mountains. That's been around since the 80s, 90s. This predictive programming. So if they can put microchips in a worm as it's transferring from a larva to a butterfly and control its path.
Russia tried to make the first hybrids with the apes, and they fucked that all up. You know about that, don't you?
Well, I think they've been doing that shit for a long time. And
the first ones in the 50s, I mean, they were fucking like monsters, and they just had to murder them all. They were just fucked
That's
up.
how they did. That's where they found out. That's how the whole GMO thing kind of really came to life. Is genetic modification of the cells and the DNA. Very normal to be. Very normal.
Here's an argument against the Matrix. Nikki says she's not in the Matrix. The food's always not all that good.
Yeah.
I've had green scrambled eggs, so yeah, fuck, I wasn't in the Matrix.
I don't think we're there yet. I think they're conditioning us for it.
Oh yeah,
the
beginning, gotta be a precursor, and people got to be mentally ready.
They're working on VR and stuff. First VR is going to be like gaming and stuff.
I don't think it's for us. I think it's for not even the next generation. It's like the generation under that.
Yeah, because they're going to have robots doing everything, and we're going to be like data holders or like battery cell type things.
Yeah,
for
because
all the
by the time that the next generation, they're going to get indoctrinated by the teachers and the new way of thinking. And then that generation is going to indoctrinate their kids into that generation of thinking. We are going to be the fossils, like the old fucking men. Like I remember back in my day, it was men and women. That was it. You know, and now it's going to be like they're a cat people and shit, which actually, in theory, kind of sounds cool.
Nikki, ask your husband about the scrambled green eggs we had to eat. He'll tell you.
And then, like, look at the glasses that Apple's coming out with, and a couple other companies are coming out with them.
Oh, dude, like, have you seen the ones where they're trying to do contact lenses?
And you can see everything, but you can also see computer screens.
Yeah,
and
they have eyes or contact.
Yeah, contact lenses, everything now, man. And once you start putting that shit in your body, like, that is it, man. It's rewriting your fucking DNA, bro. Like, you can't, like, once you put that shit in you are fucked. You are an enemy of the human race.
When the Pentagon used DARPA to release the Kung Flu virus, the Pentagon released all their documents, and they they went public with their nanotechnology. They even showed off vials of the nano machines. You can't see them, but you can literally make any type of cell from any type of design that are in cells. You can make them artificially, or you can take them from living tissue and make your own. Like these colleges, there's a couple colleges, and they have this program, and the algorithm is a reward system, and with this type of reward system, the system was able to figure out the genetic makeup of the chemicals in cancer that allows them to like slip from organ to organ, like when you're a stage 4 cancer. Like this program was able, so they know how to make cancer non-lubricated and how to stop it from spreading. But the patent is too difficult because you're dealing with a bunch of people's studies. So it's not in their interest to, because with the spike protein Kung flu, it's everyone survives, but it's not about that. It's about messing your body up by adding these genetically created proteins that they put inside of a flu. It's going to be fucking crazy. Like they can do anything. They can put the shit. So if they can control a moth with a computer chip from gestation, like they'll put the larva inside of the moth as it's transforming. Imagine you're able to nanotechnology a bunch of grasshoppers or a bunch of birds.
A lot of people say birds are fake already. I know you heard that one.
I've heard it years ago. I also don't understand why birds would be fake, but yeah, I've heard that. That's weird. That's weird to me. It's fucking funny. Like what I find funny about it is one of my brothers would love the fuck if that was true too, because he hates birds.
We'll tell your brother I hates them all day long.
They make him twitchy. It's funny as shit. Well, it's just birds, bro.
I think what they're doing at CERN,
nano stuff, man. How does that tie into CERN?
I think what they're doing at CERN is, like these are like patent gods, and so imagine them, putting a CERN on the moon or Mars, and then remember the other day I was showing that plasma technology and the shit that they're doing in France. Bro, it'd only take a couple trips to get that whole unit up on France. You know what I mean?
Yeah, France is on fire right now, though. The leftists just took over.
No, that's all. That's all a distraction. They're pilfering that, bro. This 2 or 3 generations is what this is all for. This is like all space exploration and everything.
If you're considering that we can get past the firmament, right?
Oh my God, yes, I'm considering that.
Okay, and you're considering that we can get past the Vanderbilt, right? Is that what you're considering?
Space is very simple, and it is
with the half-ass crackhead-looking shit that they had in the 60s. You're saying that they got through the Vander Allen radiation belt.
What's more than a trillion?
Idiot.
You
they would have fried them like
radiation belt.
Microwave and a
it's simple math. The radiation belts, you can design the lead to be.
And you're saying that the shit that they had in the 60s was designed to go through that? Wake the fuck up, man. That's impossible.
I'm not.
Well, look
I'm
at
not
the shit
propagandized like
you flew in. It's retarded, and your phone's got like 90% more power than they had.
Sure,
I'm not buying any of it. And then when you ask them to reproduce it, they say that they destroyed the evidence.
in the way that they did it, and they didn't remember how to redo privatized, it. bro. Fucked. It's privatized. And it's too expensive to reproduce it. That's because it never fucking happened. No.
Bullshit.
Bro,
you don't believe that,
all this other crazy
shit. Wait, hold on. You don't believe anyone went to the moon?
I don't believe you can go into space. We're in low orbit.
Crazy,
you know
bro.
what NASA is? They're the biggest buyer of helium. That's what keeps all their fucking satellites up there. Don't buy this bullshit. You can't go into space. You'd fry like a goddamn potato. It's not even what the fuck they tell us it is. There's a shit called quantum foam. He knows what the fuck I'm talking about. It's no vacuum out there. What is it, J$?
It's empty space.
Fuck. And you're telling me that they're flying around in it.
Yeah, you need minimal propulsion to go a couple of thousand miles an hour. Because there's nothing, there's no object, there's no aerodynamics.
He believes all this other shit, but he believes that we got into outer space.
Bro,
there's this thing called the Van der Allen belt. Hargrave
I kind of half believe that we went to outer space.
Yeah,
we did. I mean, I'm also open, but here's the thing: I'm open
to it. Fucking strong.
Dude, no, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that.
All right, check this out.
Other than bankrupting the Russians, I don't see why anyone would lie about going to fucking space. Like, what do you have to prove? Like, what does that gain?
It was a goddamn ego show. Was with the Russians, so it was all military.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I've heard that theory. Like, it's to bankrupt the Russians and shit. But I don't know.
We have been on the moon since the 80s.
Okay, that's if the moon's in low enough orbit for us to be. But if it's in outer space,
privatized business. It's the money is ludicrous. Like literally,
if it's true, then how come they only got this stupid space shuttle that can only go up so high?
Elon Musk in the next 5 years.
There's a theory too that they're going to have so much shit in the air that they're not going to be able to go through it pretty soon.
No,
I'm not surprised about that at all.
They're putting up new satellites every other day for new other dumb shit.
Yeah, but they're different, bro. Do you know the size?
I know you're an expert on everything.
No, this is just standard protocol. This is standard. Everyone knows that certain satellites are in a higher orbit than like what Starlink would be. Like,
so then all the orbits all full of shit, and you're gonna fly through it all.
No, it's so big and so vast, bro.
Yeah, right now, but what are they going to do in the future when they got so much shit up there?
Anyway, Elon in the next 5 years to 10 years will be shooting like one shuttle a month.
Are you going to go?
What do you think we keep sending up there in Kazakhstan and Russia and India? A bunch of satellites? Are you naive? Like, what do we?
I'm not going to space. I'm waiting for the end of One Piece, bitch. I ain't fucking going to space for that.
There are these fucking titanium rods they put up there. They're as big as telephone poles.
Yeah, rod of God.
I know what they got up there. But this isn't the conversation tonight. It's the Hadron Collider. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think they're making a lot of patent money out of that. Big money.
Well,
because you can make electrical fields on like the moon. And if this stuff is all going to work out, but we can't have Europe deciding our laws in space. It has to be.
You're right back in that same shit you were before. This ain't about Belgium and who's controlling what or what. Who gives a fuck about the political side of it right now?
That's who makes the CERN in Geneva, though.
Yeah, we're talking about what it could have hurt, what it's done to us. That's what that kid's whole thing is. It explains the Mandela effect.
Well, when you turn on those
you can't tell me you haven't seen things different than before.
When you turn on those machines and they put them in hot spots, you pull the magnetic sphere in. And if you look at some of the studies they've been doing.
That's that kid's whole thing is that they fucked up the fucking gravity by changing one microbe on a goddamn cell, and it caused us to fucking drop down on the floor below us. He says every time they do this, it's going to make us drop another level. And he says the farther we get away from where we were, the more different it's going to be. We're going to be fucked. We drop a couple more levels. They might not even speak English anymore. Then what are we going to do?
Well, the poles will just shift, but it'll still be the North Pole and the South Pole.
No, this isn't what we're talking. We're talking about different dimensions, not what's going on here right now.
I don't. So
do you even know anything about the Mandela effect?
I don't believe in the Mandela effect. I do think there are things in the ocean, and there
you go, Nikki. That's exactly what's going on. We're the fucking that kid told his dad. He said, "The world didn't change. We did." He said, "Our world's gone.
Well, they changed the
now
frequency
we're here.
of the Earth. That's just
I agree with Nikki too on that one.
Yeah, where did all these fucking weirdos and all these fucking strange baby humpers and shit turn up? I mean, this shit wasn't going on when I remembered last. I wake up, everything's crazy. I'm in fucking nutland.
At the end of every empire, degeneracy.
Yeah, that's a good excuse, but that doesn't explain how I got here to this place where they're fucking making laws where it's okay to rape kids and nothing's going to happen.
Arabs do, bro. In Rome back in the day, they used to have fountains of naked
This ain't
children.
Rome. This ain't France. They just made it legal
it's worse than Rome.
The election in France.
It's worse than Rome.
Yeah, well, we got guns. We don't have fucking swords.
Yeah, well, they live underground and we can't fight them. What are you going to do then?
They're sending troops underground, right? All the time. Wait till Trump gets back in office. He already was going down clearing them out.
Yeah. That's why I said that.
Yeah, well, it ain't over. That was round one.
All those tunnels under New York, all that shit under Colorado to Nevada, all that shit in Washington on those giant shelves. There's a reason why Ghislaine Maxwell was a submarine pilot.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally.
She spoke to the UN how many times? How many times did bitch speak at the UN?
Who?
Ghislaine Maxwell. She spoke at the UN like.
Oh yeah. She's a part of the
elite.
Oceanians or
Did you like when Biden said the other day to the media, he goes, "I'm sick of the elite, not you elite, the Democratic elite." So he's calling the media the elite. I'm going, what trashy fucking humans? They're the elite of my asshole, leeches on my soul. They've never done fuck all in their lives, and they get money off of us, and they're going to call themselves the elite? Fuck them.
Well, what this is doing is it's causing inner turmoil. Like, these guys are actually panicking.
Oh, yeah, I love watching them panic. Fuck them, though. Let's kick them while they're down. I want to kick them while they're down. Anybody who's going to be a Democrat, you're a fucking idiot.
And I think what would be clever, I think what would be smart, is if William sets his, because you make your dad, King Charles, you make your dad pay off all his debts before he goes. And there's going to be a lot of problems. I get it. But you make your dad pay off all.
He passes it on. You know that, right?
Well, if you make your dad pay off all those debts, you have a higher likelihood of providing your son, who's going to be the king after William, because there's no Jimmy Saviles around William. You know what I'm saying? There's no dirty jesters.
We don't know who his influences are.
Well, he doesn't keep.
Oh, okay. You got tabs on him?
I think William doesn't.
You think they know about you, J Dollar, that you watch them?
Oh yeah, I got him right there.
That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, I gotta know. But I think it makes sense for William to be doing what he's doing if I think he's doing what he's doing. So,
what if he ain't? What if he's playing along with the power structures as they are? And
he's playing around. That's no problem. But he's not I don't think he's a degenerate. So that's the difference.
What's the difference if they're a degenerate or if they're just got their foot on our throat? I don't see. Great. So one guy's got his foot on our throat, laughing. The other one just got his foot on our throat, jerking off. What's the difference?
No.
Why is William going to be crying when he's got his foot on our throat? I mean, that's kind of silly.
There are individuals.
We already said we love our overlords earlier. Well, Razi said he'll put up with them. I said I love them.
It's like Mohammed bin Salman, not a degenerate. Viktor Orban of Hungary, not a degenerate. Vladimir Putin of Russia, not a degenerate. Like I think I think they thought they were clear after World War I, World War II, and they're like, look, we already have all this cryptological shit that we found out during the war. And that's how they introduced.
Oh, just like we went from fucking biplanes to jets.
Yeah, that's how computers came into it. And
the first computers were fucking a joke, man. Now we got all this quantum shit.
So, I think.
Are you back, Mossy?
Yeah.
To me,
let's do the next CERN video then.
Hold on. To me, the quantum thing we have to figure out the frequency to take ourselves off of gravity. We can already do that with sound on a lower level, and we can also do that with supercooling. So there are a couple patents on the horizon, and you may not be able to take like Elon Musk's Starship completely off of like the force of gravity, but you can aid it through liftoff. There's a new paradigm happening, and it's happening very quickly. It feels like, doesn't it? It almost feels like they want to have this shit cleared up before Jesus's 2,000-year death anniversary. Like, it really has that, like.
Well, they're going to get desperate, and a lot of people are going to get hurt.
Yep. So,
you ready, Mossy?
Yeah.
Check out for the Dark Forest for next week if you're going to be around, J-Dollar. I want you to be able to add to it. They also believe that there's a dark forest of the internet.
Yeah, the patents exist. Yeah, for sure.
One of the most important scientific laboratories in the world. It is home to the Large Hadron Collider, the largest and most powerful particle accelerator ever built. CERN has made many important discoveries, but it has also been the source of some strange and creepy stories. Welcome back to Factnominal. In this video, we will take a look at 10 creepy things about CERN that will keep you up at night. Number 12. One of the most common theories about CERN is that the Large Hadron Collider is a portal to another dimension or a parallel universe.
You know about that?
This theory is based on the fact that the LHC creates incredibly high energy collisions, which could theoretically open up a wormhole or tear in the fabric of spacetime. There is no scientific evidence to support this theory. Some people believe that the LHC is being used to open up a portal to hell, while others believe that it is being used to contact aliens. Number 11. The Higgs boson is a subatomic particle that gives other particles their mass. It is thought to be the last piece of the puzzle in the standard model of particle physics. The Higgs boson was first proposed in 1964 by Peter Higgs and other physicists. It was finally discovered in 2012 at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. The Higgs boson is a very important particle. It is thought to be the glue that holds the universe together. Without the Higgs boson, there would be no mass, and the universe would be a very different place.
So if it's on a timer, we're
The name God particle was given to the Higgs boson by the media. It is a catchy name, but it is also a bit misleading. The Higgs boson is not a god, and it does not explain everything about the universe. Number 10.
Just our glue.
Some people, including physicists and futurists, believe that CERN is creating a super-intelligent AI. They believe that the LHC is being used to create a computer that is smarter than humans, and that it will eventually become self-aware. Some people believe that a super-intelligent AI could be a good thing, while others believe that it could pose a threat to humanity. Number 9. On the campus of CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, stands a statue of the Hindu god Shiva, the cosmic dancer and destroyer of worlds. It was a gift from India symbolizing Shiva's cosmic dance of creation and destruction. However, some people have expressed concern that the statue is a sign of occult activity at CERN. They point to the fact that Shiva is also known as the destroyer of worlds, and they are worried that CERN is conducting experiments that could have disastrous consequences. CERN has denied these claims, stating that the statue is simply a symbol of peace and understanding. Despite these assurances, some people remain skeptical about CERN's motives. They believe that the statue of Shiva is a warning sign, and that CERN is playing with forces that they do not understand. Number 8. Some people believe that CERN is causing the apocalypse. They believe that the LHC is creating mini black holes, earthquakes, and new forms of matter that will eventually destroy the universe. Some people believe that the apocalypse is already happening, and that CERN is simply speeding up the process. Number 7. Some people believe that CERN is creating a new world order. They believe that the LHC is being used to control the population, and that it is part of a larger plan to create a one-world government. Some people believe that the new world order is already here, and that CERN is simply enforcing it.
That's what you were talking about.
Number 6.
Well, it's not wrong, man. That's where I believe it's going. Like,
There have been a number of small earthquakes near CERN in recent years. Some people believe that these earthquakes are caused by the Large Hadron Collider. Some people believe that CERN is using the LHC to cause earthquakes as a way of controlling the population. Number 5.
You don't need CERN.
In 2015, scientists at CERN announced that they had created a new form of matter. This matter is called a quark-gluon plasma, and it is thought to have existed in the universe just a few microseconds after the Big Bang. The creation of quark-gluon plasma is a major scientific breakthrough, but it is also a bit creepy. Quark-gluon plasma is incredibly hot and dense, and it is thought to be unstable. This means that it could potentially destroy the universe.
No.
Number 4. CERN's logo is a stylized representation of particle tracks, but some people believe that it bears an eerie resemblance to the number 666, the mark of the beast. This is, of course, just a coincidence, but it is a creepy one that has fueled speculation about the nature of CERN's work. The logo was designed by a British graphic designer named Marguerite Bourquin, who was inspired by the tracks left by particles in a cloud chamber. The logo was first used in 1954, and it has remained largely unchanged ever since. Number 3. Neutrinos are subatomic particles that are so ghostly that they can pass through normal matter unaffected. They were first proposed at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and their mysterious behavior continues to spook scientists. Neutrinos are produced in nuclear reactions such as those that occur in the sun and stars. They are also produced by the decay of radioactive elements. Neutrinos are very weakly interacting, which means that they can pass through most matter without being absorbed. This makes them very difficult to detect. The only way to do so is to use large detectors that can capture the tiny amount of energy that neutrinos deposit when they interact with matter. Neutrinos are very important for understanding the universe. They can be used to study the sun and stars, and they can also be used to search for dark matter.
Hey, Paulus.
Who knew the universe was haunted by its very own particles?
Neutrons
Number 2.
created by the Judas. Here you go, Jay.
Antimatter is the mirror twin of matter. It has the same mass as matter but opposite electric charge. When antimatter and matter come into contact, they annihilate each other, releasing a burst of energy. CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, has produced and captured antimatter. This is a major achievement as it paves the way for new scientific discoveries. Antimatter could be used to create new types of fuels and propulsion systems. It can also be used to create new medical treatments. However, antimatter is also a potential weapon. If it were to fall into the wrong hands, it could be used to create devastating weapons. CERN is taking steps to ensure that antimatter is handled safely. Number 1. Another common theory about CERN is that the Large Hadron Collider is creating mini black holes.
No.
This theory is based on the fact that the LHC creates incredibly high energy collisions which could theoretically create black holes that are smaller than atoms. There is no scientific evidence to support this theory either, but it is a popular one among physicists. Some physicists believe that mini black holes are harmless, while others believe that they could pose a threat to the universe. So, should we be scared of CERN and all it entails? Comment below your concerns about CERN. Thank you for watching Fact Nominal.
So, what I think one of the space is going to be insanely important going forward. Just like 3 generations from now. There are a lot of weird things going on in terms of propulsion technology, the rail guns, the 5G. Like 5G actually does a better job at mapping 3D the Earth than 4G does. Like there's a lot of things. Anyway, this once they can decouple a weighted object with with propulsion on the Earth, that is a monumental step forward. Like I think they can do that with their little UFOs that
you know what a gravity lift
Raytheon
is, don't
and
you?
GE.
Arthur C. Clarke wanted to drop that fiber optic down where they could hoist it up in a low space orbit and all that.
Well, what's interesting is once you get because like there's the stratosphere, the atmosphere, and all that. When an object comes back in from space, like Elon Musk even explained this the other day, there's a section of the Earth where there is essentially there's no friction whatsoever.
Yeah, you got to come in on the right angle.
There's no wind, and there is clear technology out there that allows small objects to decouple from gravity, but still have to use propulsion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they can do it for a long period of time, and they definitely cannot do it with heavy motherfucking objects. Maybe a few tons. It's interesting what's going on, and I think Elon Musk, because that's why he's building that spaceship, because that one spaceship is a creation center for the moon. He says he will land that giant, the thing that they're making now, not the one that we've seen them shoot up, but that even bigger one. His objective, like 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 times in of shooting that object up, is to land that object on the moon. And that
help me out here. How come they got all these so-called pictures of the Earth, but they're all computer generated? And if they're all up there, why can't they give us one fucking picture of the Earth?
They're not. I have NASA photos from the.
Yeah, they're all computer generated.
No,
they're not real pictures. You know that, and I know that.
They are real pictures. You can use
computer generated
35mm cameras in space.
Yeah, okay.
You can shine a light through the filament, and it makes and then you can.
They got watermarks on them. Is that what you're saying?
The liquid, and then you hang it up, and then the photo is developed.
Not buying it.
It's because you've been trained to not understand how much money space entails.
Well, I know it all leads to the military.
Oh no, man!
Tang, fucking Velcros, all that shit.
It's privatized. Privatized.
Computers. We wouldn't even have computers if it wasn't for NASA and space.
Well, remember before they had the internet, they had the hospitals connecting up.
They had military. It was all military. The internet.
Well, they had a undernet, whatever you want to call it, intranet. I don't know. The hospitals could only communicate, so they had that information, and then you had Nokia.
Yeah, it was text messages
AT&T,
only.
Or not Nokia. The people before Nokia, Bell, AT&T, and all that, and their patents, that they got all that shit from World War II with all the Indian decoding and cryptological information. That was actually done by a fucking Bell family member. Huh. And I mean, that's how they made Bitcoin, for fuck's sake. That's how they created the cryptological systems that allow the credit card, the Swift network, and the Visa and MasterCard. This is
they turn it all into porn.
It's masterful how much money they make. And imagine how much money they can make in space. Like, you got to really think about it. You got to really think about it.
Get your dick hard, Jay?
Well, like the French and the Germans, they got a lot going on. They send up, damn near as much secret shit up into space as our military does. In the Pentagon, in the DOD.
It's not filling up, right? It's empty as earth, right?
Well, because all that shit's going to the bro. They're not sending up satellites all the time.
That's you say that everything they go up, half of it's gone into the moon and the Mars, right? So you're saying they're already up there.
Mars is a little pushy. Would you say they're at Mars yet? I would say they're at Mars.
From what they say, they're at Mars.
You only need the math for the amount of lead that you need to stop you getting radiation sickness. That equation is already established.
Yeah, but look at the shit that they said that they went up in. Those are goddamn hobo boats built like crackheads, covered with tin foil, for fuck's sake.
My granddad did all that, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I got friends that did it too. They built the engines. I'm still fucking with them about it all. And they kept it so fucking quantified where each person.
Why do you think they destroyed NASA?
There was no one guy that knew it all. That's what kicked my ass.
Why do you think they destroyed NASA?
What?
Why do you think they destroyed NASA?
Because it was Nazis, man. I got all kinds of receipts on that too. We'll do a show about that one time.
Because they got our technology in Brussels, Paris, and Rome.
Oh, it was shared all over the earth.
Fuck no, we don't need to share it with nobody.
Yeah, well, it was. It's because it was the Nazis who wanted to fucking prove everybody we're good guys now. And they didn't want to see America be like Germany, so they shared everything that we had with everybody, just like the nuclear bomb.
The reason why, one of the major reasons why Donald Trump had to become president is because he had to make the Space Force.
Okay. Now they wear those silly ass uniforms.
There needed to be a militarized system connected to America that connected with our courts, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, China was going to do it. If we don't do nothing in space, they're going to do it.
No, we want to be homies with China, Russia, America. And we don't need a lick of information from any European. Maybe Hungary. Nobody.
Yeah, okay. That's your dream world. Huh?
Well, they can't. Bro, do you want Europe establishing courts in space?
No, fuck Europe. You're right about that, but
you know what I'm saying? So that's why
we already got Brussels up our ass. What's your answer to that? How do we get rid of them?
Who?
Brussels.
Preventing what we need to do is prevent the United States of Europe. That's what we need.
They already do. Why do you think all this is going on? They're trying to federalize the police. What do you think this is all that's going on here?
Well, if they make the United States of Europe, they will have a larger cause to get their foot in the door with creating space laws. Like this is, bro, you have no idea. Like Odessa, or not Odessa, Eastern Ukraine, Lunetsk or Donetsk, one of those areas, they have 550 metric tons of gold. You saw what they'll do to get, and then on top of that, they have one of the largest salt mines in the world, larger than House.
I live on one of the largest salt mines in Michigan.
Yeah.
We saw their salt to Canada.
They're fucking you in Michigan too. They keep sending Arabs in there to replace y'all so they can take your fucking salt.
Oh, that's been happening for years.
So and that's why it's in our interest to make sure NATO vanishes.
Yeah, but everybody cries like a stuck pig as soon as you say that. Defund NATO.
What that'll do, that'll fuck up they have the European Union. Well, they have the European Union, but it's not really that strong.
Yeah, they don't have an army, so they use us as their military force. It's been going on for years.
Yeah. I wouldn't
do that.
I wouldn't put it past anyone that within the next 20 or 30 years they'll won't be a NATO anymore. If everything goes to plan.
And all these pussies all going, the blue helmets are going to come. They can't. They're so thin. They're in Africa and all over the world. There's no UN soldiers left.
They will never step on you'll never get no Pharaoh stepping on American soil, bro. That's what
they would do. I know people that would be haunting them as soon as they hit dirt.
I dare Pharaoh to come over here with their blue caps. Dare them. They'll never do it. They'll never do it.
It looks like everybody's sleeping, me and you.
Well, the CERN thing, bro, like, it's
I'm muted. I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here?
I think what CERN is
gonna get
doing
fucking
is
my other brother's phone, but it's only got 33%, but he's only got 18, so I'm fucked either way.
I think they're going to use CERN because remember we have CERNs too.
Mama.
I think Ferrari has a CERN as well.
Yeah, the one in Texas you were talking about.
And then
Mama.
that I think that's it feels to me like it's a part of this decoupling. This really interesting thing that's going on, and I'm speculating. I feel it all has to do with us maintaining space. Because if they can get one of the main problems why we can't live on the moon full time or the Mars full time, because the gravity is less. That's why we can't stay in space, because there's no gravity. So if they can figure these CERNs out right, and this shit that I was showing you in France, they can create a magnetic pull enough that can keep your body from experiencing what's going on in space. Like,
so you're saying it's like
it's very important to get all of this right.
Be this energy field that they're creating.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've paid attention enough. If you see what's going on with the German and the French, and then what the Russian and the Uzbeks are doing, like, it all makes sense. And it is a fight to put the first colony on Mars. I guarantee you. And we're using Elon Musk, the French and the Germans and the Brussels people, and they got their little fucking mafia. And then we got the Russian and the Orthodox Church with those Tartars, the steppe Golden Horde, Khan descendants and all that. They got their own little fucking mafia crew as well.
Paulus.
Hey, what's up? Pay very much attention. Like, this shit is real. So, and I think it'll be America who does the first colony, using all of Elon Musk's patents, which I appreciate him for giving them to the Pentagon. Imagine what the news will be like when they're broadcasting whatever country is slamming that fucking flag on the Mars for the first time, bro. You have to really think about that shit.
It's going to be an Elon Musk flag.
Elon wants it first. He wants it. I think he's going to be like that guy.
Go home. E.T. phone home. Elon wants to go home.
Oh,
that's basically it. He came from Mars, man. He's a little Martian little bitch. You know, that's why he wants to go back there.
He came from Mars, and Mars, we're going to go back.
Isn't it funny that he's a mining family? And then they go and do all this. His wife is basically like, what do you call that lady from like Bella DeVille? They're not really like princesses, but they're like
ladies in waiting.
Is that what they're called? Like,
yep.
That's what she
handmaidens or ladies in waiting.
Yeah.
I think handmaidens are the ones that like they're basically just like maids. You know, they just wait on you.
Balls.
Well, they got power.
Handmaidens have no power.
Yes, they do. Who do you think? Parents.
Well, the only power they have is if someone looks at them the wrong way, is like with lustful eyes, and then their demon lord says, and strikes them down.
Duchess and countesses, says Chizulu.
Yeah, Duchess, countess, yeah.
All the worthless bitches that don't.
I just think I think their main problem, I know that they know, is this whole
Countess.
royalty.
Yeah, I've heard Countess.
This whole royalty and space thing. Good luck. See how that goes.
Why would there be royalty in space? They have no fucking like land to claim ownership over. That's just fucking
bro,
retarded and saying it itself.
You. It's just so important, bro.
They did it in
It's
Star
not
Wars.
important because we're not going to live long enough to really to see it, man. To tell you the
Yeah, we
truth.
will.
No, I disagree. I mean,
You
if
guys
we
will.
do, we're all going to be old and fucking senile.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll be going, that son of a bitch, Jay was right.
Yep. It is. You remember how much of a battle it was between America and Russia to put that flag on the moon first? But it was always going to be us because NASA was controlled by the German Nazis, so it was really Germany.
Yeah, we had, what's his name here?
They just used us because we had more tax money to steal. And they did a good job, bro. They used all that Russian technology because remember, Russian technology was like their computer chips.
Their guy died.
They
Their
were
guy
like,
would have died in that explosion. They would have made it too.
well, they were fucking set up for the okie doke, bro. They were never going to, man. Because you remember, most of the French money and the British money and the Brussels money is here in the United States. There's really not that much Russian money. There's a lot of Swiss money. You know what I mean?
They did the the Venus probes. We never would have done that. Can't say they didn't work in space doing shit.
The French monarchy, which is a trust fund today, is in America. The Napoleon and that dude he fought, those two dudes, they're housed in London, but they got all their money in America. The Warburg, the Jewish German Warburg banking dudes, which is like a part of the New York Fed.
You got an obsession with money, don't you?
No, I have an obsession with these murderers. Like, it's fascinating to me because they get away with everything. So it's like, it's interesting. Because like murder means nothing to these people.
It's a tool.
It is a tool. So it's interesting because
he said, shouldn't there be casinos and hotels on the moon by now if it's this easy?
Hell nah, bro. Mining equipment. 24/7 autonomous mining machines. That's what Elon Musk's boring company is. Like,
what about the asteroids they're trying to suck into the Earth?
I wonder, do you think we're on asteroids yet?
Yeah, they're getting close. They want to be a type 1 Earth so bad it's hurting them. You know that, right?
I have my I don't think we're on asteroids yet. That would be so dangerous.
They're already setting probes to them.
Probes for sure. But us on
drawing them in. I heard they're drawing them in.
That would be awesome. That's what I'm telling you. This technology is, Shep. You have to listen to me. They can take They are looking for the technology. Remember, they can move UFOs.
I was just saying, because it's like Mass Effect shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, Shep, you gotta listen to me. And then I was just like, Shepherd.
Damn. Is that poetic? That's serendipitous, right?
Yeah.
So if they can already move UFOs, we know because they show us. They show us them doing this. They can take gravity off these small machines and they're able to use with this propulsion system. There's varieties of them. They're able to take. So imagine if you can decouple to a degree the weight of one of Elon Musk's.
You said that earlier about decoupling weight,
right? And then imagine if you can if you can use a CERN. So
how
imagine,
are they zeroing out weight? I don't understand that part.
Hold on, if you can use a CERN and that technology,
to
decouple a asteroid from its, because remember asteroids, there's nothing stopping them from moving.
Right.
But if you can create a technology, you can stop an asteroid from moving with minimal
Inertia.
propulsion. And that's from this decoupling, because I think they're trying to do this technology that they want to take it to where you can take a rocket and decouple it from the gravitational pull with a lot of propulsion. So when you go into space, you still have that decoupling, and that propulsion is almost like perpetual. So you're able to get almost like a slingshot effect, but you would still use the moon. So this is like fascinating. Like I went on these ludicrous holes, these rabbit holes I shouldn't have gone on. And CERN is involved. That shit in France is involved. The drone hexagonal, that gyroscopal thing, I think
So
is
CERN's been
involved
busy
as
as
well.
fuck, then, haven't they?
It's so crazy. So it's like when you see a spaceship in a movie it's small in Earth and it can like leave the atmosphere really fast. That is going to be a thing. Giant gargantuan things.
Oh man.
Not so much, but you can still reduce the weight. Like that is real stuff. Like, so. That's CERN.
Wow.
Waste of money, I think.
It's a part of it's a piece. It's a puzzle piece. That's all it is.
Drink a beer.
I thought they were going to use like all the ones all over the earth. So if the poles flip, they'd have them for like buffers. You know what I mean? You're trying to control the shit in the earth magnetic field.
There's so much things you can do with that damn machine. So.
Hey, Tree. He says the Brits paid for it with their taxes and they got ripped off.
Charles spending a lot of money. Because at the same time, they want to put their conscience in a computer, which I am cool with. I want to put my
Really?
brain.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Not me.
I don't want to die. Fuck that.
You gotta die. Or you don't get to move forward.
Mm-mm.
It's like saying I'm never going to take off my shitty diaper and I'm going to just sit here and remain in my fucking crib. I'm getting the fuck out of here. You can hang out if you want. Not me. Everyone dies, but how many people really live? That's the question.
Seth Rich, right?
Yeah, he's dead. DED.
He's involved in all this that I'm talking about.
He's the one who gave whatchamacallit the info and Hillary killed him.
That was a part of it.
All right, well, tell me the rest.
You remember that one chick? She died right before that, and she was the one who put out the information about the ground 24/7 ground penetrating radars that the United States, so the CIA, DARPA, ABC companies, all that stuff, were using Kim Jong-un to explode nuclear explosions underneath a mountain. And then the International Space Station, because they basically stuck a refrigerator to the ISS. And they would look at what chemicals would come out of the ground from this explosion. And they were learning that you don't got to use a nuclear explosion. You can use a JDAM, like a 2,000-3,000 pound, and you won't get as amazing results as using a nuke, but you can use a JDAM. And she got killed for putting out that paper. And then Seth Rich, because you remember Warren Buffett went to Aaron Rich's and Seth Rich's bar mitzvahs. And Aaron Rich, who's like the autistic, I don't want to say that because I'm not trying to be rude to the Jewish.
You know, when they don't build that Keystone pipeline, that means that that guy you just
Aaron
mentioned,
Rich
he gets to bring all his oil in on a fucking train instead of a pipeline, so he's making buku fucking money.
Well, the railroad companies need that insurance.
Yeah, that's him. Warren Buffett owns it all. So he's bringing all that oil in on the trains instead of the oil pipe, and that's why he don't want that to end.
That's a whole nother battle. You remember that movie? What was it? Star Trek, where they were in Ohio and they were making the spaceships to go in outer space. You know what I mean? And like he was driving in the cornfield.
I'm not a fucking virgin.
So what they're trying to do, so I posted this the other day. So this is actually serendipitous. I'll use that word twice in one stream.
Oh boy.
They want to stop those pipelines in mid-America because there's a new type of industry that's going to start coming up that matches. We are redoing all 455 of our missile silos. 450. So DARPA's getting sabotaged, the Pentagon's getting sabotaged, and all this. Look at this right here. This is all connected. It's like crazy shit.
I don't see it. Oh wait.
I just did it.
Hey, Angela Curry sent somebody. Hey, Don. All right, here we go.
So we're redoing all of our 450, like our gargantuan missile silos. They all
the one out in the Dakotas.
They all have to be redone. And they're pressuring the Pentagon right now. That's why they're pushing this DEI shit. That's why they're trying to make our military weak, cuck-ass gay bitches, because it is in Europe's interest to have a hand. Because remember, ever since Ghislaine Maxwell, we've kind of like cut them off. You know, they made the Library of Congress. Ghislaine Maxwell's sister did. Ghislaine Maxwell's sister made Obama.
Yeah, that bitch. She did all kinds of shit for our government.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get like, that's why they're setting up Boeing. That's why they keep blowing up our airplanes' doors. That's why the tires keep popping. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pay attention to what they're doing. They do not want us to succeed with our space program. It's very, very important that everyone understands that. And they will fucking sacrifice our Pentagon to make sure.
27 babysitters were sacrificed for Razi Lee being on this stream. Thank you for having me on the show.
It ain't rust. Thanks for coming, Razi.
Yeah. He couldn't talk about killing someone, so he had to leave.
It's been a long stream.
It's not that long.
Well, for one subject, CERN. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, CERN is a huge topic if you think about it.
Yeah, we did 2.5 hours on it.
Mm-hmm. You can
That's
talk.
why I was glad you showed up, because I knew you'd bring him some
We
crazy.
only scratched
I
the
can
surface.
talk 24 hours straight about CERN.
And when you get done, what will it do? Like Razi said in the beginning of all this.
Is there going to be a follow-up on when your stream comes back? About CERN, J Dollar. Is there going to be a follow-up on your channel?
Yeah, I'll be able to stream on Saturday or Sunday.
Cool.
Go after I go on Saturday night, and we'll lead into you.
Yeah, we can do something like that. I don't know
Usually I do
exactly
for
what
Finn and
time.
everybody.
My 2-week ban is up.
Shit happens.
Yeah, don't play Tucker Carlson without like a big brand over it, like covering him.
Oh, I'd never play Tucker. I knew better than that. He's a brand himself.
I should have known.
Because I had some stuff him talking about CERN and fucking that idiot that wears a beanie. And I said, fuck that. I ain't playing either one of them on here. It'd get me hit.
Yeah. It sucks, but oh well.
There's enough stuff out there where you don't have to talk about them. I like that kid. That kid is interesting as hell.
So it's also, so you remember our periodic table of elements, you know how there's a bunch of numbers missing. They're trying to find some of those.
Yeah, they're trying to fill in the blanks. I know that.
Yeah. And there's only some of them because, you know, when a sun explodes, the earth doesn't get everything that the sun gives you. You know.
Why do you think they had to get to the moon to see what the fuck was up there? They were wondering if there was anything up there that we were missing, and they found nothing.
You think there's anything on the moon?
No, I mean, they were worried about it at first. They were like, maybe there might be something up there that didn't get stuck here. Let's take a look. And they found out it was just pretty much what was here.
What do you think the moon is worth? Probably about 200 trillion, maybe.
Oh, yeah, a couple states, easy.
Saudi Arabia can buy that in a few years. So, like these are some very interesting things. Yeah, and helium is only what we have, right? Once we use up all the helium, there's no more helium. We gotta start looking elsewhere for it.
Fucking helium-3 is on the moon.
Yeah, we gotta start looking elsewhere for it. Like it's only like the Earth doesn't make gold; it's deposited, and you gotta find it. Like
they just got something I just saw where they're saying that gold isn't what they thought it was. Where they say it comes from volcanoes and all that bullshit. Now they don't know.
No, it comes from the sun. It comes from exploding suns. The gold is only made when a supernova explodes. And
it must be close to when we have so much gold in our system.
Well, I mean, Mercury has it when the Earth is out of the Goldilocks zone and Mars is in the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, that's going to be so far in the future, though.
What's the planet?
You know that, right? In the future, Mars will be in the Goldilocks zone and we'll be out of it.
Yep. And
I believe we came from Mars, and now we're just going to
then Mars will become an Earth, and then the Earth will.
And it was
die.
an Earth before it had water on it and everything.
No, it's never been in the Goldilocks zone. No, it's never.
You don't know how big it was back then, or what was going on. Were you here? Mars might have been in a different orbit back then. They say
that may be a good argument, but is there any evidence on that dead planet? So, like. Mars used to be the size of Mercury when it was that close to the sun. Like the sun is always shitting out planets. You know what I mean? Like Jupiter, billions and billions of years ago, Jupiter was where Earth
no
is
tree.
today.
They just took our money and put it over there into Europe. We're still paying for that shit too.
You know what I also find interesting? How people don't understand that concept that planets expand from the sun while also keeping in gravity, but expand over time. Like people can't rationalize the concept that Mars will be in the Goldilocks zone.
Oh, I knew that. That's fucking
Earth
news to me.
will be out of it.
Yeah, we'll be done by then, though.
Yep.
We'll be a shell of a shell by that time.
And then,
no matter what, that's why I don't buy this bullshit eco bullshit, because even if we bust our ass and eat dirt and live like fucking retards, it's still gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen no matter fucking what we do.
Yeah. It's just for the elites to control us.
Yeah, that's all. It's all about control. Everything they fucking do is about control, and I'm sick of it.
Like people saying that oil is from dinosaur bones.
That's bullshit too, and it's replenishable. How the fuck did they keep coming back?
Multiplication of the subduction, the crust, and
it's basically the grease of the world.
All it is. It's just, it's like a blender.
An aftermarket of the fucking center of the earth spinning.
And it makes it in little pockets.
You know, Vaseline is an aftermarket of the oil product. You know that, right?
Yep. Gasoline is Vaseline. kerosene are
That's all
all.
it is a goddamn liquid. It's a cooling agent for the fucking center of the earth to spin and do its thing. And it replenishes itself, I believe. And
Hey, when you smoke weed, Mr. 420, do you sneeze? Because that's what I think I just heard.
Not me sneezing.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, it's fine.
It's all good.
No, I've just heard people sometimes when they smoke, they sneeze. Be right back.
Yeah, speaking of which. No, but you were talking about how Mars used to be in the Goldilocks zone or whatever.
Yeah, well, there's no proof that it wasn't in a different orbit, and I believe it was because they called this the wandering universe back in the beginning. I don't know if you ever heard that. Nothing was locked in place.
But isn't there like trenches, like rivers or canals or something? Isn't that supposed to be?
Yeah,
like,
in the old days, they believed that there was water and people still there and canals and all that shit. That was War of the Worlds, and all them people back then believed that. And now it just looks like, yeah, there was a liquid atmosphere on there at one time, but there ain't anymore. Their whole atmosphere has been ripped apart, and their core's dead. They have no fucking core to protect the planet from the solar winds, and that's what happened to it.
Well, I think there's like a reactor in the core, because that's what Total Recall says.
Well, maybe they can start it back up, but I don't know. But I know it's dead right now, so there's a lot of work to do there. A lot.
There's a lot of
core.
Yeah.
But he's right, though. Within fucking a certain amount of time, we'll all be long dead. The Goldilocks zone will move off of Earth and move farther back to Mars. But by then, I think we'll have it colonized and we'll just move there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
there will be gone to somewhere else. You know what I mean?
But how long will that take? Like millions of years, or
I think it's a couple 100 million years or some shit. I think at least 10 million years, something goofy.
I don't even know
if we'll be a type 2 civilization by then, hopefully. I don't know if you know about the types. The first type uses all the energy of the Earth. The second type is able to build a Dyson globe around the sun and use all the power from the sun. In a type 3, they can use multiple suns for power. See, we're not even up to where we can control all the power on our Earth yet.
Yes, we are. What are we talking about?
We do not. We don't. It has to be under one thing where it's benefiting everybody, not where it's spastic running around wars for energy and all this bullshit. This is not a type 1 planet. Are you crazy for even thinking that?
I was just kidding. I didn't hear what you were saying.
No, we're a type O planet. I believe in the future we could be.
What?
We got to utilize our energy, though, more efficiently and better. All this bullshit. Don't do this. Don't do that. Fuck you. Do whatever's best for us to move the fuck on.
I think we are.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Let's go. Let's get the fuck on.
And sometimes you got to have kids digging for diamonds. You know?
Well, that's just
for pennies on the dollar.
Somebody's got to put trees on Mars, Goblin. Maybe that'll be your job.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think? I think they'll have habitats.
They're going to have to.
But you're not going to have any open trees.
No, but by the time the Golden Zone moved, the Goldilocks Zone, whatever you want to call it, moves there, everything's going to be set up and ready for it. You got to know that.
Oh, no, I think, because you remember, Mars will expand. Like, when it gets to the Goldilocks Zone, the Mars will kind of like start to crack open. Like something's...
What if we already terraformed it?
And then the core will start running from all of that, because Jupiter pulls on us. Like this is like, and then when there's a full alignment of every single planet, that pulls.
Why hasn't that already started their core then?
And that's like the wick. That's like vroom, vroom. Like that's the.
When we terraform it, we already start the core before that all happens.
Do you think the technology that's?
No, but we got that much time. I was just telling them it's far in the future. It isn't like it's going to happen next year.
That has to be monumentally huge to be able to pull something.
I mean, like you were saying, we went from the biplane to the jets in how long?
I think every sun. It doesn't make sense that there would be technology that large to do what suns do already naturally. Like it's just what happens when they burp out planets over time.
Well, I was talking about a Dyson cube. You know about that, where they build it around the sun and utilize all its energy?
That would
Think
be
about the types of civilization. We're a type 0 right now, and then if we were a type 1, we'd control all the energy on our planet. And a type 2 controls the sun's energy. And a type 3 controls multiple sun's energies.
You would have to have thousands of planets, minerals, millions of planets, minerals.
Yeah, well, that's control. We're not close. Hey, Angela.
Something that large. I mean, that's on a scale that's like to travel around the Earth. How long? Or excuse me, to travel around the sun. How long would that take?
Just moving the thing around it, and what they're calling for is that people be living on this structure. And then when the sun slowly starts to die, we'll get closer and closer to it, and we'll leave it and go on to the next sun.
Then
we'll
we got to
sun harvesters. You know that they're looking for Dyson civilizations right now, and they think they found a couple, but it must have been a oops, like the wow signal.
They have to be. Could you imagine? It's so funny that you're talking about this. I was watching, what is that? Jupiter Rising. It was so fucking.
Oh, this kind of shit I think about.
But like they said that like they were 17,000 years old. So I mean, just the resources just to build something that fucking big would have to be.
It's like the pyramids, man. Just think about it. Everybody says that aliens and all this shit. No, it's us, because we're crazy like that. We like doing shit that people think we can't do, and we'll put everything into it. We're nuts like that. I don't see no reason for us not to do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, where is it? Is it like Abu Dhabi or whatever it is? They have like giant, like the biggest skyscraper.
Yeah,
they're just building a bigger one too, I heard.
Wait till the Arabs try to get into space, bro.
They're trying to build one that goes almost into space. It's like the fucking new Tower of Babylon they're building.
They'll fucking send John Cena up there.
John Cena.
So we're gonna have the Crusades. We're gonna have all that shit all over again on Mars. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, and then it'll be a war between us and Mars eventually, just like they talk about in the books.
Man, that's why I want to live forever. I want to see that.
You want to watch all this dumb shit? I've had enough. I've had my fill of dumb shit.
You just gotta watch it from a certain perspective, and then it's
fuck the old man perspective. I'll give it to you. I've seen enough of your bobbles.
I want to be Brad Pitt in this bitch, and you know what I mean. Astra.
Good luck.
You know what I mean? What a good movie.
And what?
I'm telling you, this shit's gonna be crazy. What they do.
Oh yeah, Tree Goblin agrees. The next Crusades are going to be glorious. God must have kept me like this for a reason, because I'm ready to go. I can roll out. I always wondered, why the fuck am I like this? Hey, IQ, good morning. Hey, Helder.
You always say that to yourself. So gay.
Helder, fuck. What were you saying?
You got that Chris problem. You talk negative about yourself.
No, I'm just fucking around. Heldir, we were talking earlier about this kid who made free energy for the government, and they took it away from him, and now he's crying that CERN put us in a different dimension. And that's why we have the Mandela effect. That was in the beginning of the show. I think it's kind of funny, man. You go ahead and shake your head, but you believe all your crazy shit.
Okay.
I mean, what the fuck's going on? Because there's shit like the Bernstein Bears and
no, I live.
Prediction about Jews in space. J Dollar.
Jews are definitely in space.
Jews come from space.
What about Jewish space lasers? Are they real?
I don't know. You think they got space lasers? I know the SAS runs a lot of that shit.
You know that bullshit about the blue is based in science, don't you? Because it's impossible to make a blue laser. You got to be red or green.
Huh. I didn't know.
Well,
I'm a
they
robotic
made,
engineer, so I know that kind of shit.
well, they
So paint your
they can
roofs
pretty
blue and
much,
get a blue car, everybody. It's a
bro,
spectrum
they
they
can
can't
make
hit.
every color to plasma. They're pretty good at it.
Yeah, but they ain't got plasma lasers up there right now. They got fucking regular Jewish lasers that only shoot red and brown and green. They're colorblind.
They have the basic model Jewish lasers.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
They don't have the updated ones yet.
They don't got those. They got the regular Jewish laser. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's why Ant should have stuck around, but his back was killing him from chicks and chickens all day. He killed another one pluking it, but he won't eat them.
I don't know, man. It's a big. I mean, Antwerp's and intertwined with Brussels, so there is a valid argument. They got regular Jewish lasers.
You hear about the Chinese lady? How to make anti-gravity machine in America? She went back to China. And
Yeah,
disappeared.
we can separate, bro. We can separate. There's like, what is there? Like almost 10 ways to take small objects and break them. Like super cool.
Oh yeah,
Cool,
that's what I did. I
something
worked for some rich
will
people
levitate
trying to
an
figure out
object.
gravity and all that shit.
That's basic at this point.
Yeah, now
It's
it
just
is, but back
doing
then
it
it
with-
wasn't. And
with-
just,
it's
can you imagine
doing
how
it-
expensive it is? It's super cool shit. They got the hell down fucking collider, and you know that shit ain't cheap. But just an average dude trying to hit that point, man, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, well, they can catch one object. Oh my god, that's why when they said gerbils or whatever.
Yeah, I laughed.
I think they meant they got like hacked or like they fucked up or their experiment exploded or I don't think they opened the portal. I think the shit just exploded. Like I think you would need something like the size of the United States to be able to, like, that's a lot of, if you think about it, you need a lot of the gravity needed to make a black hole for a machine to do it on Earth. You know, you're kind of pushing it, bro. Like, it's just because that would mean like the pressure and the intensity of like what Jupiter kind of does in its gaseous state could be calculated.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier about how the Russian probes went there and it took them forever to build a tank to go down there. Basically, it didn't even fucking go down with jet propulsion or anything or parachutes. It just fucking flew down on wings, and they used the atmosphere itself to slow it down. And then it only lasted for a few hours, and they got it up to where it could last like a couple days before it finally fried. So you got to give them that, you know.
They're making a particle collider that goes around the solar system.
That's what Tree said that earlier. He said that they want to make one that goes around the solar system and use lasers to push particles around.
The solar system?
Maybe he took your idea and just ran with it. Powerful enough to recreate the Big Bang. If they do the Big Bang, that would start us all over again. So why the fuck would they want to do that?
I don't think King Charles has that much power. Like, come on now.
That's like blocking out the sun type stupid shit.
You would need an incomprehensible. Could you even calculate how much material and matter that you would need to circle the Milky Way?
You can make a Dyson fucking cube a lot
You
easier
would
around
need
the
like
sun.
thousands of other universes. All right, Reed Richards.
That's like a
Reed
Type
Richards
5
is
or Type
Steve
6
Goblin.
civilization be doing shit like that.
That's Reed Richards. Is what he's saying.
Tree Goblin says they've been talking about it for years. For years, is held here.
No.
How do you know? Do you know everything that they're up to? I don't. That's why we have this show.
Do you know how many Earths?
Tell us what they're up to.
Do you know how many Earths you would need? Like trillions and trillions and trillions of Earths to encompass the Milky Way. Like billions and trillions and billions and trillions.
Well, maybe they're just going to look around and find habitable Earths all over and use them.
We've already found them, though. We know they exist.
I know. What do they call them? Xeon or whatever the fuck it is?
Well, I think there's thousands of planets.
Yeah, and there's no life on them. They're wondering what the fuck's going on.
No. There's if you
have
have
microscopic life, maybe, but there's nobody buzzing around talking.
Get out of here! Get out
Uh-huh.
of here!
Hey, Jabba's here.
All the British are waking up.
Happy morning, British.
Happy
You gonna tell them
morning.
to tell their king to pay off his bills?
Oi, oi!
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up soon.
I'm about to pass out, so
3 hours is plenty on one subject. And the next week's gonna be the Dark Forest.
y'all have a good night.
2 more hours.
2 more hours on what?
This light is killing my eyes.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, later on.
Later.
I think Hargrave's out too.
Is that why Andrew Tate always wears sunglasses? Fucking
Right.
Yeah, Johnny's here. Johnny, what do you think about all this?
I don't know. Okay.
See, he's going to bed too. He's half drunk. No thanks, Jabba. Go talk to Hen.
Oh, that.
That was
Well,
Katie.
what do you got to say, Paulus?
Not a whole lot.
Why not?
You want to promote your channel or anything?
Well,
I mean, I'm not really doing anything with my channel at the moment, but yeah, Paulus Art is on YouTube. If you guys want to subscribe.
Yeah, you got a wrench. Drop your link in the channel, in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hargrave's awake. Hargrave, you awake?
no.
That's Johnny drunk. How about you, J Dollar? You're gonna go live Sunday after we go Saturday night?
Yeah, sometime around there.
All right, and you can be dropping your links and shit if you want Saturday night.
What are you in
Other
a
than
stream
that-
now?
Yeah, I'm whipped, man. I got a whole new system put in, new equipment. I've been a busy day, man. We'll make it up on Saturday. But next week's going to be, yeah, they're saying for you to start a stream, man. That'll be great.
I'm
Next week's going to be the Dark Forest. Everybody check that out. It's about that. There are civilizations out there. They're all hiding from each other and killing each other off. It's like a dark forest of murderers, and we're in it, and we've been too loud.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. All right, hail chat later, everybody. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bow.
Hail.
Bye.